here as on-air radio and or after-hours or podcasting content. There's some very, very exclusive stuff on our YouTube channel. That's at The Bubba Army. Everything from Anna going to Idaho and biking to me in Reno with my dad.
Pickleballing.
Pickleballing. Lummy goating and living his life. Red doesn't seem to put a lot up there. I don't know why.
He's behind the camera.
Because I got to edit everyone else's stuff.
That's true. We really want to see you. And but Macho Man, it would be kind of cool to see Macho Man living his life a little bit.
He doesn't want to do that. He doesn't like sharing with us.
Macho Man, I'm in my Mustang Shelby GT 500. It's a real bona fide track car. And there's this little squirrel next to me that wants to do a drag race. Oh, yeah. I just got out of the gym. Did you know I did 700 grams of protein today? Oh, yeah. Mach, are you working on your balancing out your diet a little bit so that you're not?
We're dialing it back a bit.
Yeah.
To what? 4,000? Going to 350.
Yeah.
Protein?
And then 650 carbs.
Anyway, back over to creatine, Travis. Creatine. I know that you dabble. I know you dabble. Didn't he used to be an AC guy back in the day when I think his dad owned an AC company or something?
Yeah.
Or his family owns an AC company or well drill. I don't know.
I think it was well digging, and he was also doing some AC with his dad.
Right. Travis, could you bring some of your AC skills to the studios Friday, Saturday? I think you might be spending the night with me at my apartment.
Oh, nice.
So maybe we can run over to the studios on Saturday. He gets some of this acid stuff that you can run through your drains to unclog them. And then Macho Man says that he thinks that the engineering room needs like a Freon charge or something.
Macho loves the AC.
Yeah. Creatine, Travis, please realize our AC problems here at work will continue to be a problem due to the fact that Johnny 600 milligrams of protein runs hot. He runs hotter. He runs hotter than me, doesn't he?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Emanating heat.
So anyway, creatine, Travis, if you could maybe call your uncle, get a can of. Was it when they get Freon? Do they get it like what they put LP gas in, don't they?
Yeah, big tanks.
A lot of times. Like, real pro guys like Jamie from Northern Heat and AC, stuff like that. So, Trav, we probably need a little help. Had a great day on Twitch yesterday for the after show.
Oh, yeah. What did we make to level 11?
Yeah, we did really good, money-wise, too. So, thank you. Today's after show, YouTube, Facebook, BubbaArmyRadio.com, the Bubba Army app, and TuneIn. And then again on Monday, we're whittling it right on down. And the only two places that you'll visually, I think I started to say this and then I got squirreled. The only two places you're going to be able to visually see us is YouTube and Rumble.
Nice.
That's it.
And I know people are going to be a little frustrated because we are going through a transitionary period.
We're transitioning.
The fact of the matter is, when you do live content like this, you're not going to grow whoring yourself out. It's hard to grow in multiple places when you're on all those places. It's much easier to grow on one place. That's why people were so upset when we left Twitch initially, because you spent so long solidifying an audience there. People got used to it, and that was the go-to place to find you. And now we're in the process of finding another go-to place.
A forever home.
Another forever home. Yeah, we just need to be loved.
We're in a foster situation.
Yeah, getting passed around to abusive household.
Four different families. Anna got touched, and finally, we're her brothers, and she came to us and says, listen, the dad of the house is touching me. Can we go to a different? Like, yeah, we'll go to a different one. We're all together here. Can you imagine they had to foster all of us?
Ew. What a disgusting rat pack.
Can you imagine if we were literally like we had the same mom and dad, or no, you know what? We'd probably have the same mom but multiple dads because our mom was kind of a whore.
Yeah, sure. That makes more sense.
And look, like, we'd have the same mom, but like look at the different men that she had sex with. She had sex with my dad, and I turned out my way. Then she had sex with who would be the next oldest? Dan. Dan and I are practically we'd have to be twins.
Yeah.
Some
you're like
and then it would be
you're like Danny DeVito.
Yeah, and twins.
Yep.
Yeah, we're twins. And then Lummy, who's the next oldest? You?
I believe Macho Man's above me.
Is Macho older than you?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
actually, I don't even know how old he
Then
is.
she had sex with some dude from Plant City that was a bodybuilder.
Some Hungarian guy.
And then she had sex with some big football player at USF. Probably some ex-Buccaneer. Probably Paul Gruber.
Yeah, Paul Gruber. There we go.
Right?
Take it.
And then she had sex with a Jewish man.
An African Jew.
An African Jew.
Truly killed it there.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
And she gave us all up. She's like, I can't take any of this. And what parent could?
Don't forget, then she decided to dip into Gingerland.
Then she went into this real filthy ginger. This guy that was like, this filthy ginger. Well, what do you have? You never talk about your father, Rhett? Do you have
Rhett
a dad?
Senior?
I never really get the opportunity. Yeah, Rhett Senior. I mean, he's a cool guy.
Is he a senior?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Is he alive?
Yes, he is.
Is he local?
No.
No. Where? What state?
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
I'm flying up to see him the 4th of July.
So you have a relationship with him?
Yeah.
Right.
We had a rough patch, though.
How about Mama Rhett?
Yeah, she's my best friend.
Right. Now, is she local?
Yes.
Oh, she's actually cool, and she was a fan. She did. She used to listen to you back in the day.
Oh yeah, she used to do No Panties Thursday.
Really?
All of that.
What?
Nice. Now, where did you get your ginger from? Your mom or your dad?
Probably my grandma.
Oh,
She's fair skin, light blonde hair. I don't
What
really
side?
have mom.
yeah.
There's not a lot of gingers in the family.
Oh.
Are you proud of being a ginger? Have you been to a ginger convention?
I've accepted it. I don't know if I'm leaning into it quite that
A
much,
ginger convention?
but I've come to peace with it.
Do they have
Do
those?
they have? Oh,
Accepted
you
it.
know they got. Let me. They have a convention for everything.
Yeah.
They have a convention for.
I sent you that article where it's like the most gingeriest ginger.
That's Irish.
No, I know, but that's not like.
Well, I mean, that's a
That was
local
part,
thing
but
in
that was-
Ireland or
oh,
Iceland.
but that was part of
but-
a convention.
Yeah, it was like a
oh.
competition, but that
Oh.
stuff happens all over the place.
We should see what where the nearest U.S. based ginger.
Well, the National
Convention.
Redhead Day is celebrated.
I don't
on
want to know. I don't
November
want.
5th.
I don't care about a day. I want a
Well, that's when they start
convention.
doing their conventions. Is on that day. So I'm looking for one in Tampa.
Oh, so each individual city will have on National Redhead Day. They'll have a little convention.
Yes.
What a convention's not a convention if it's only one day.
Yeah, but they
Conventions
all meet
have
up.
to be like Friday, Saturday, Sunday in order to be a convention. Or I guess there probably are one-day Saturday conventions, but you just don't have a convention like what day is November 5th this year?
Sunday.
Yeah, well, you just can't have a convention on Sunday and make it a regular convention, like a legitimate convention. Get out of here, Lummy,
Scram.
idiot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're just sorry. It's
They
just
have a Ginger Pride Rally, Redhead Day Festival in September.
Where?
All across the country.
Oh.
So, Lummy, you just gave me a November 5th. Now we're on September?
Well, it
You
looks
need
like
to get your facts straight. Before you blurt them out to me, what do we got here? November 5th is National Redhead Day?
yes.
But there's other stuff going on
Well,
in September?
In other countries and also around here, it looks like in United Kingdom, Redhead Day Festival, Australia, Ginger Pride Rally, Ireland has that Redhead Convention on November 5th. And then all across the United States, there's different Redhead festivals that will happen on November 5th.
Yeah, and Rhett's really red on the head. Like, he's just not like a cat.
No, he's not. I've seen way more gingery gingers.
I've seen more Ronald McDonald, orange,
like orange heads.
But he's a true blown. I mean, he's a true blown ginger. I guarantee his pubes are ginger.
Okay.
Are your pubes ginger?
I don't think so.
Well, what do you mean
You don't think so? You've never looked down there?
Well, I didn't think my red was blistering red, or my hair was blistering red either. But people tell me that. So
No, it is.
the hair on my head.
No, your pubes. Like, don't you know what color your pubes are? I know what mine are.
I never mind. It wasn't funny.
Are you doing it? Are you?
No, I tried. It's okay. It's fall on your face.
Yeah, I'm saying I didn't really catch it, but it looks like you're giving yourself a fall in the face, a self-administered. Lummy,
It's a stressful.
Mark is such. Go ahead, Lummy. Mark is
Oh,
such.
in the face. Got it.
All right, so
-9 for the week.
Rhett,
Yes.
do you have like a big old fiery pube mound?
No.
Okay, a little more brown on the deal.
Not a lot down there.
No, it
Strawberry
doesn't
blonde.
matter how much you got. It matters what you can grow. Okay? It doesn't matter what you got. Anna probably doesn't have a lot, But if she was to say, she could tell you what
Jet
color
black.
it was. She knows what color it is. She may only have just a little bit of it, but she knows what it is.
I'd say it's auburn.
Okay.
Same color as my beard.
Which is red.
Yes.
Right. All right. I'm just saying, fire crotch. Jesus. It's because I'm assuming you're bald down there, right? I mean, do you shave everything? I shave everything. Like, there's not I completely shave everything.
Yeah.
Like my pubic patch.
Yeah, the less hair
my
down there, the better.
balls, like everything.
Your balls.
I'll even shave like my legs, like around, like around the area.
Yeah,
like my
the thigh
inner
area,
thigh.
yeah.
Yeah. Because you don't want to, you don't want any. You finally get some action down there. You don't want a girl coming up with, mouthfuls of pubes.
Okay.
No.
I mean, that really takes oral to a screeching halt, doesn't it?
Yes, it
I
does.
mean, she's really doing a great job, and then all of a sudden she gets a pubic hair in her mouth.
Yeah.
Right, and then, man, God forbid she gets one in her throat because you can't get them out.
No, you can't.
Oh, they're stuck there forever.
So
And I've had that
anyway,
experience when we did the pubic hair burrito.
Ew!
That was horrible.
man, we need to put the pubic hair burrito up
Please, no.
on Twitch.
Yeah, I did it twice that day too.
I mean on Twitter. We need to put the pubic hair. Is that something? I've seen full blown penetratable black on
Oh,
blonde.
there's no way that's allowed on Twitter. I mean, you guys didn't show each other shaving. It was just everyone that worked
No, what
there.
I'm saying is that has to be allowed on Twitter. On Twitter, man, I've seen full blown black on blondes, double penetration. Maybe canine Willie.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, you can do it. I mean, you can do anything, right?
yeah.
So we probably need to put the pubic hair burrito up there. That's something that people would definitely want to see.
Of course.
Yum.
No, it was-
So Monday, again, I'm not even monitoring anything. I think I'm going to be on today. I'm going to be on Rumble, and YouTube. That's where I'm going to be because that's where we're going to end up being. Correct?
Yes.
Starting Monday, we're taking the Kick, and we're taking the other Facebook or whatever, and we're just going to be seen on two places: Rumble. And YouTube. That's it.
Yeah. And
People are going to be mad. I know. People that, on Kick. Should we go do something on Kick every once in a while?
I thought we were doing $1.99.
I mean, we can, but I think we're just continuing to kind of spread ourselves thin.
Now-
I think we're going to plateau on Kick and lose followers if we continue
All
to
right,
do
so
that.
how about this? Is what we do for a $1.99 allowable on Rumble
Yes.
without getting into DCMA, copyright, willies, all that kind of deal?
Yes, I believe so. And also, not to make any programming decisions, but
It seems like you are a lot.
No, okay.
Like you're really boss hogging your opinion. But anyway, nonetheless, go ahead. My first of the day.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
There's one.
I just wanted to kindly ask if we could break soon because we're having some really fun technical issues back here that we're going to have to resolve during the first break.
Yeah. How about we break now? Okay. And then we'll come back with the Andrew Tate stuff because he's really in trouble.
Yes, he is.
I think he's really in trouble.
It sure seems that way.
We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. So is that good? We'll do that. And then we'll come back with the Andrew Tate stuff. Will that allow you guys to get everything all flim-flammed up?
Yep, that's perfect.
All right. Perfect. Thanks.
He's been arrested, sued, fined, and fired. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. So what does that make him? Bubba the Love Sponge.
We gotta, to work on one, we have to take them all down, which sucks.
So
Let's breathe together.
Water spout off St. Pete Beach.
what, Lummy?
I was looking at the news. It says water spout off St. Pete Beach.
Huh? Do those stay in the water?
Well, unless they come on.
That's right by my old house.
Is it?
Yeah.
So if they come on land, does that mean they turn into a tornado?
Yes.
That's not good.
It'll burn out.
Sure.
You should drive a boat right into it. They'll get twisted.
Oh my god, that fucking movie. Isn't that with fucking Helen Hunt? Yeah. My dad thought she was a babe.
We're gonna drive our truck right into it.
everybody. Hello, everybody. What's up, everybody? Bubba, I had my third 3-year anniversary over the weekend here.
Here?
Yeah, June 17th. You've had me for 3 years. Isn't that amazing?
I wonder how many of those years I've really been happy with you.
Okay, well.
Probably about probably 1.5.
Okay.
Probably 50% of the time I actually thought you were going to make it.
Right. Well, we persevered through the storm, and here we are, so that's all that matters.
Well, you don't know what side of the 50% we're on right now.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I don't know if we're on, if we're off, if we got our cocks in our hand. I don't know.
We're live. Knock live.
Well, on my Rumble it says, please wait for your video processing at 36%. That's what it says. Now it's at 37.
You might have to back out. You have to back out of it and then click on the new live video.
The new live video.
Yeah,
It's a
if
new
you
link,
back-
Bubba. You gotta click away from that one.
Well, then can we get rid of the old one?
It's already gone. Okay.
I just deleted it.
All right.
It wasn't gone online. Or did I just fuck something up?
I don't know yet.
You sounded pretty defeated there, he did.
He sure did.
No, we're good. I can see it. Fuck him.
Yeah, we're
Ginger
back.
ass motherfucker.
Ginger.
Kick his ass.
Kick his ass.
I could kick Red's ass. I'm telling you that right the fuck now.
Oh yeah. You pummel.
Probably the only two people asses I couldn't kick would be yours and Macho Man's.
Oh, 100%.
Lummy's ass?
I couldn't kick Lumpy's ass. No fucking
If you
way.
really tried?
I'd try.
No, if he really tried.
No. No.
What is there not to like about the show? Bubba the Love Sponge.
Guys are awesome.
And I love the sponge.
The show's cool. It's real, man.
He makes me laugh my ass off every time I listen.
I'm a full truck of fact, man, so it gets me through the day all the time.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
I saw in chat from Jason Hepner on Rumble. Bubba, did you hear about Scott Bloomquist having cancer? Yes, I did. He went in for surgery yesterday and actually texted him personally. Black Sunshine. And I hope he gets better. The greatest late model racer in the history of late model racing, period. Him, Billy Owens, Billy Moyer. Hudson O'Neill's going to be there. Don O'Neill.
Oh, the great Hudson O'Neill, huh?
No, the New Deal.
Oh, the new deal?
The New Deal. O'Neill. Drives the #1 Mark Richards house rocket car. Are we back? I think. Red, are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
It's tough to get It's tough to get things done when you got that dog in your hand nonstop. I mean, you're basically down one arm.
The doggy daddy.
So we're on YouTube and Rumble right now. Are we on Kick too?
YouTube, Rumble, and Kick right now.
Right. Kick goes away as of Monday.
Possibly.
And what do you mean? We just talked about it.
Yes.
Let me. What did at our 9:40? I'm sorry. At our 5:40 meeting, what did we talk about?
Rumble, YouTube only.
Only, and then he goes possibly. Do you know something I don't know?
No, sorry.
No problem. You're getting real know-it-all over there. You need to back it down a notch.
Okay.
Just saying. I got a beautiful card from Kasha Lower. A nice little thank you card and a $50 bill. Isn't that nice? Wow. And it talks about how him and her and her husband listen to the show every day, and they love the new group, and they are very appreciative of the people that I assemble and how I manage you and how I am able to keep this thing afloat. And so thank you very much. I really, really, really appreciate that. Thank you. So as of Monday, again, I want to reiterate that we'll only be live visually on Rumble and on YouTube. That's it. we're making, and like Anna said, we're kind of making we're transitioning.
Yeah, sometimes change is a little bit uncomfortable, and it takes a few, time. Sometimes it's days, even weeks to adjust. So.
Look how long it took for you to adjust to start liking D again.
Right.
2.5, 3, 4 years.
But here we are. So.
Yeah, and after the adjustment, I think you like D.
I think I do too.
Right.
And I really owe it all to you.
Do you? Well, thank you. But do you ever think like what was I thinking? Like what was I thinking? Thinking that I could go 3 years without D.
No, I'm kind of happy I did with what I did. Because I didn't beat any D's that I wanted to take.
You didn't get beat. Your little kitty didn't get beat up. It was stayed pristine.
It sure did. Clean.
Lummy.
Yes.
Somebody took my tape measure.
The Packers one?
Well, no, I can't find that one, but I had another one. I had another one around here. I think maybe Big Red thinks or maybe it is Big Red's.
And
I took it, and he just took it back. But needless
what kind
to say,
was it? Do you know?
It's like a Craftsman, the black and yellow.
Oh, okay.
Kind of rugged cased one.
Yeah.
And I always have it. I always got it up here. For years I've had it up here.
We have 2 Stanleys back here. Do you want one of those?
Oh, that might be it. Stanley's black and yellow.
Yeah. You know what? Bring me the black and yellow, Stanley. And if it is mine, who the hell took
25 or 35?
35.
And
who took it? Who took it? And do you not know that I like I don't want you messing with my tape measure or my microphone.
Ooh,
and I went to go measure something today, Lummy.
Yeah.
Tape measures are, I think most men really get mad if you take their tape measure.
Yeah, you can't mess with someone's tape measure.
Yeah. Let me see. Was that you, Macho Man? It took my tape. You're getting a little bit cocky. You and Red, that whole room. Yes, that's mine. Yes.
Ooh.
And it's called the Fat Max. I love this. This is such an. Quit getting a little grippy on my tape measure. Thank you. That was really messing me up. Lummy, instead of building a podcasting table, I think I'm going to buy one.
Oh, okay. Red did Red kind of tell you that's a better idea?
Red didn't tell me nothing. I just was saying, man, it's going to be, in order to really get wood to look varnished, and you got to sand it and polish it. And
it's too much work.
Urethane on it and all that, and then find the metal, the right type of legs and all this. So I've measured out my area, and I'm just going to buy a kind of a rugged-looking podcasting table. Now, you guys may have to assemble it, but I'm not going to, ask Red to build it. And I got a couple that I was looking at.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, I need, at the end of the day, probably have Macho Man look at it to see if that, something we can do. Now, should I make it? I was only going to make it 3, me and 2 guests. But should I make it more than that? Anna, as far as the the configuration?
It should usually seat 2 to 4, so 3 should be fine.
Kind of the way that Dale Jr. and Dirty Mo, he's got the availability of 3. And then if you look at my buddy in the concrete deal, Danny Jones, he's got the availability of 3.
Right.
Him and a guy, and then
maybe a third guy.
Yeah, but I was going to put me by myself on one side and then put 2 mics on the other side.
That would be fine.
I don't want anybody on my side. Mm-hmm. Get off me.
Can you turn on the AC a little?
Yeah, she's getting like macho now.
Getting high, all that protein.
Are you really hot?
Yeah, I'm burning up. I don't know why. Maybe it's a hormonal deal. Sorry.
I don't care.
Okay.
Now, Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
A very, very popular guy. What would you say? Maybe like in the last 4 years has really come.
4. I would say in the last 8-9 months.
Oh, yeah, but
nobody knew who he was a year ago.
What got him on everybody's radar? Just the way he rolls?
Well,
just his stupid ass takes on Twitter. He was really polarizing.
Well,
and that's how you get popular on the internet now.
I've been polarizing for 35 years. Do I need to get more?
Well, it was a slow build for him because he was on reality TV 10, 12 years ago.
But he's not an American, is he?
He's half American, half British.
And
his dad was an American chess player, like a world-class chess player. He was actually born, I think, in Chicago.
All right, so he's meaning he was born in America.
Yes.
And then lives abroad.
Yeah, well, he was raised in England for most of his life, I think.
Right.
Because his accent is weird, but he's also spent a significant amount of time in the States.
It says
as well.
he was born in the D.C. area.
Oh, sorry, D.C. I thought it was Chicago.
And so he started out as a Twitter guy, just a straight Twitter guy. Hey,
no, he just started doing like reality TV, and then he became a
here
world
or
class.
over there.
I think I don't remember.
In Britain.
Probably,
He was
yeah.
on a British reality
Fear-
travel TV show, Ultimate Traveler.
Okay.
And then he
2010.
became a world class kickboxer.
2010. All right, then a world-class kickboxer.
Yes.
Right.
Like world champion. His brother was a European champion, but he was world champion.
All right.
So he did that, but that didn't really bring him fame because, who knows the
Right, not everybody
famous
can be the
kickboxers.
Jake Paul.
Muay Thai.
Right.
Right. And then probably about a year ago, he just started popping up everywhere.
Oh,
But-
he was on Big Brother, which...
You mean British Big Brother?
No, the Big Brother here in the United States.
Oh, okay.
In 2016, and he had a bunch of comments on Twitter, like Rhett said, that kind of put him into notoriety at that point.
And then he started making an ton of money because he bought up a bunch of casinos in Romania.
A couple of people too, but
What do you mean? Couple of people. He bought a couple of people?
I mean, he's being indicted for the trafficking stuff, and
No. Hold on.
Oh, because he bought
we're getting Red. Listen. I know you're a rookie. We're building that. We just can't go to the payoff, you dumbass. Let me put a mistake down for him.
No.
Thank you, Red. I'm sorry you don't understand. My philosophy in radio, but don't you understand that we're building this up? We've started from him, where he was born to 2010 he was this, then he was a kickboxer, and then he got on Twitter and said some polarizing things, and he was part of a travel deal, and he was part of this and that, and he just recently got indicted on human trafficking. We're not there yet. We got to that's where we're headed. Don't jump the gun a little bit, buddy. Are you mad now because I had to correct you? Hello?
no.
Okay. You got a cold? Somebody's sniffing around here.
Yeah, Lummy and Macho Man, and
Not me.
probably us very soon.
All right.
Hopefully.
So he just like within the last, I don't know what, Anna, maybe year kind of became.
Yeah, certainly less than a year. And
where's been his biggest, just like, has it been YouTube or has he been banned from there?
well, he's been banned pretty much from everything, but he's on everybody else's, podcasts or whatever.
And he's really, really over the top on like being
Hyper masculinity.
Yeah, that's what he calls it?
Well, that's what I would call it.
Well, I think that's what they call it too, is hyper masculinity, like where you're like, and I've been doing hyper masculinity since like, I've been doing hyper masculinity, Lummy, since the day I got into radio.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
I mean, I've been running bitches and, right?
Yeah.
I mean, probably the things he's getting indicted for, I've done.
Okay. Well,
I wouldn't say
that.
I wouldn't say that.
Rape and human trafficking, Beer Baron. You want that on your tab?
No.
Then lay off.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if you
Well,
like
having fun with multiple chicks.
Yeah.
Having a roster nonetheless.
Right.
2 a days.
But everyone was consenting and
Oh, yeah,
awake.
of course.
And not bought.
I got footage.
Okay. Anyway, not bought.
So, Andrew Tate, how old is this guy?
36.
36.
He's a year older than me, and his brother is 34.
And now, are him and his brother in trouble?
Yes. I think he might have the most amount of charges under his belt, but his brother is certainly getting charged as well.
Here is the interview that somebody did just
BBC.
very, very recently. And so is he in Romania right now or Bosnia? Where's he at?
I think he's in Romania.
Right.
That's where he lives.
And
in
he's
his
been
mansion.
charged with human trafficking. What else?
Rape.
Rape.
It's not a good one. Not
Now,
one you want on your tab.
And when do these girls say that this all happened? I mean, was it at a party?
2021.
Was it a Matt Heller type boating excursion?
Let's
what?
not bring anyone else's name in.
But I'm saying like Matt takes chicks out on boats.
I
and
know.
stuff.
It said he was accused of luring 7 women to his property in 2021.
Right, and what? Just having an orgy?
Yeah, I guess he promised them marriage and love.
Promise him what?
All
Marriage.
7 of them?
I guess his people were promising him that getting married and
to who?
The women. Yeah, Tate.
Tate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I change my mind.
We are doing an interview with you because
No,
That's
honey,
at his house, by the way.
right, and isn't he brilliant? Like he's very, very well spoken. Is he?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Andrew Tate, and that doesn't mean I agree with everything he says. I love his character. I think he is the equal and opposite reaction to, the woke left, to hyper femininity, to people who hate men, people who say men are trash. He's the guy that's like the superhero that comes in and goes, no. The world needs strong men, and I'm one of them.
And I like to have sex with 7 bitches on a Saturday.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, what's not to like about
It
it?
could be Tuesday.
you're facing some very serious allegations.
Correct.
Rape, human trafficking.
Yep.
And also because there's a great deal of concern about the things you say and the impact.
But here's the thing. Listen, the rape and human trafficking, that'll work itself out through the through the legal system.
There you go.
Right?
Judicial is a hard word.
He's lawyered up. He's gonna fight this, but you can't hold against him what he says on social media.
Using that as evidence.
Yeah, you can't.
No.
Because we're all in character.
But
I mean, even if it's just typed, Twitter, you could be your alter ego. I mean, Hulk Hogan won $141 million saying that it wasn't Terry Bollea that had a 10-inch penis. It was Hulk Hogan who had a 10-inch penis, and the jury
Right.
bought it.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So I mean, you cannot hold against him what he says while being in character, or does he podcast? Or does he just twit?
He started a program online for guys called Hustlers University. And so it was actually a brilliant kind of, I don't want to call it a scheme, but a plan where they would earn credit, I guess, by posting his stuff. And I think that's really what put him on the map, is that all the people that were involved in Hustlers University would share his stuff, and it just kind of multiplied.
I know, but where was he distributing his stuff?
I think he had his own website, and then people were sharing it on like Twitter.
All right, so like they would go to andrewtate.com and to be a part of the Hustler University.
And they'd pay I think it's a decent amount. I don't know if it's that expensive, maybe like $50 a month or something. And he'd have experts in all different sort of disciplines, whether it be, finances or working out, and all these guys would learn how to basically it was like male improvement.
Right.
And then
how to pick up some chicks at 2 o'clock at the Dallas Bowl. It's the big girls.
And I think that they would get like discounts or half off or freebies if they would share his stuff. And so that's kind of how it exploded.
That they have on young people.
Just kind of our version of BARP kind of deal. Everybody's, he's using his little.
I see what you're saying.
His soldiers.
Yes.
He's using
dispatch the troops.
Right.
Yes.
I don't think the concern's about the things I say. I think the concern is for the level of influence I have and the reach I have.
Let's start with the allegations. Have you raped anybody?
Absolutely not.
Have you trafficked anybody?
Absolutely not.
Exploited any women for money?
Absolutely not.
But you have admitted using emotional manipulation to get women to work in the webcam industry for you.
No. We have an open criminal investigation. I am absolutely not really sure I'll be found innocent. I know the case better than you. I know it intimately and you don't. I have seen all the criminal files and the evidence against me and you haven't. I know the truth of what happened and you don't. And I'm telling you absolutely and utterly, I've never hurt anybody, that the case that's been put against me is completely and utterly fabricated, and I'm never going to be found guilty of anything. And it's very difficult for me.
I've never been found guilty of anything.
There you go.
And I'm blackballed Willie out, Tate.
You're 5-0, right?
In-depth questions.
4-0 jury trial, but still blackballed. I'm 0-1 when it comes to blackballing.
What's interesting about Tate and things that he said, because he
Mark
talks.
Tate, that's my buddy.
Yeah.
He owns the building. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Is that he always talks about like escaping the Matrix, and when I first started learning about him, he basically said that he was free to say and do whatever he wanted because he was protected by the Romanian mafia. Like he said that, he was kind of in and started business with the Romanian mafia, and that those are really the guys that run the country. So, I was kind of curious as to why he started getting in trouble all of a sudden, because, he was claiming that he was protected by the people who are actually running Romania. And Romania is one of the poorest and most corrupt countries in Europe. So, I wasn't surprised when he said that the mafia are really the guys that run the country. So now he's getting in trouble. So I'm like, who is really after this guy?
So are the mob on his team, or are they mad because he has blown him in?
Well, he claimed that, he was kind of in bed with the mafia and they were protecting him.
Oh.
Because they were also in the casino game.
Yeah, but usually when you're in the mafia and you're getting protected, you keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, you don't tell I'm protected by the mafia.
Yeah, because
all right, well, I'm just saying that's what he said.
That'll be a good way to get yourself out of the mafia and out of the protection.
Oh, you want to brag about it?
Yeah, don't brag. Oh, hey, did you hear Andrew Tate bragging about our protection today?
I mean, yeah, it could just all be fabrication and lies, but I'm just saying that's what he's claimed and said.
To the Romanian legal system, and I'm not going to incriminate myself.
Let me read you then what you have said about what you have done.
Sure.
You have said, my job was to meet a girl, go on a few dates, sleep with her, get her to fall in love with me to the point where she'd do anything I say, and then get her on webcam so we could become rich together.
I don't think that's what I personally said. I think
that's exactly what you said on your website.
No, I've never said that. That's something that you found on the internet. Doesn't mean I've said it.
In your words.
And again, once again, if any female on the planet has a problem with me, I strongly recommend her to go to the police and try and pursue me for criminal charges. I'm actually such a nice person that I've never had anyone come at me.
The BBC has spoken to somebody since your arrest who says exactly those things, that with you, it's all manipulation. There's an ulterior motive to everything you do.
Is this Sophie? Oh, it's Sophie, the fake name, no face.
I was so intent on wanting to please him and wanting him to be happy that I was just kind of, okay, do whatever you want.
And what is she accused?
I've had a few of those over my career.
Has she accused me of a crime, this imaginary Sophie?
She's making the point that there is
Has she accused me of a crime?
Emotional or psychological manipulation.
I've asked you a question, and I've allowed you into my house.
I'm asking you a question.
Correct, but you're not the boss here, because I've allowed you into my house.
I'm asking you the questions.
Correctly, and I'm telling you.
You get to decide the answers.
No. I hate people that try to, turn it around.
Well,
we're equal here. I've allowed you into my house. You don't come here with a position of authority. I'm doing you the favor as legacy media, giving you relevance by speaking to you. And I'm telling you now, this Sophie, which the BBC has invented, which there's no face of, nobody knows who she is.
The BBC did not invent
Of course not.
Hold on. I will tell you this, Andrew Tate. I have, and will continue to be screwed with by faceless trolls. One of the reasons I got fired from Beasley is this brigade of 10 or 15 trolls that would have group calls to my advertisers and call Beasley up. I mean, literally organized grouped, call arounds that were all just, anonymous hater trolls. So you got to kind of filter a little bit people that don't really own up to their identity on social media. If it's Anna Hummel and Anna Hummel says, hey, Bubba the Love Sponge, real dick. I hate him. Elder Ford, man, I was thinking about buying a new Mustang, but I ain't going to buy one now. My name's Anna Hummel, by the way. That's who I am. That's me, about to get mines. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a real complaint. But not, Terrence 9246.
Right.
A landscaper from Pinellas County.
Screen name, yeah.
Lake Farm, Johns Island, 50 on the Venmo.
Thank you so much. Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, always the Bubba.
Bubba, do you think he should be baby facing in this interview?
No. Well, no, because the brand, he is real. This is going to do a couple things for him. If he survives it, it's going to turbocharge his brand, but he has to stay true to the brand while going through this process. You know what I'm saying? He can't waver.
Admit to rape?
He can't waver. He has to really, since being a dick got him in the game.
He has to live up to it.
He's got to turn the dick up.
Yes.
Anything. And
she's not
filed criminal charges against me. What are we talking about here? What is she
saying? We're talking about
and I agree with him. He says you're bringing up these quotes from a screen name named Sophie, who's not identified themselves as a real person, who is a made-up troll account, sock puppet account from the BBC. If there was a real Sophie and I really did things against her, then go to the police and charge me. But if you're going to recite, now, if you want to recite other things from people that really have charged me, great. If you want to look at the police report, the real people that have said, that I had real contact with, but don't give me puppet accounts from people that don't exist, right? Because at that point, man, we're opening up a whole can of worms. Anybody can say anything about, and I am a victim of this. Anna, you probably were a victim of it. Some of the people that got you in trouble via Twitter for your seizure thing or whatever may not have been real people.
Yeah, yep.
A couple of them might have been a puppet, SBK's puppet account.
Sure. Yeah.
Emotional manipulation.
True. True.
Yes, true.
You're right. I had a guy named Ludlow LeBron. Remember him, Lummy?
Yes, I do.
Non-stop. Every day, calling my clients. He was a media consultant expert out of Polk County, he said. Nobody knew who he was. He was a person. He was a dude. He was a troll who hated the show, and it was his life mission. He had no life other than to screw with me.
Into the sex industry for your financial gain.
Absolute garbage.
I'm describing women who are going to court to accuse you of rape and human
Sophie hasn't
trafficking.
gone to court. Sophie doesn't exist.
I'm describing women who have spoken to the BBC at length.
Sophie doesn't exist.
And other media organisations about what they say is emotional manipulation and coercion. And I'm quoting back to you your own words where you describe
They're not my words.
Coercion and emotional manipulation.
They're words you found on the internet, and Sophie doesn't exist.
On your
so let's
website,
move on to the next subject.
in your voice.
Move on to the next subject.
No, I think I'll stick on this one for a minute. So there's other places in that same website where you say you get...
Now, if she's reciting parts of the criminal complaint from people that are potentially behind his indictment, the people that he's sex trafficked, the people that he's emotionally screwed with, the people that he's promised to marry, the whole rigmarole as to why he's in trouble. If she is reciting that, that's more inbounds than these sock puppet accounts. And namely, it seems like the number one is Sophie. And he's familiar with this Sophie bitch.
She's not naming her.
Girls to fall in love with you, and they do it because they love you, because they want to do what you say.
I'm a pimp. So, bitches like me. Look at me. I'm a pimp. I'm a little thinning on top, but I'm smart as hell,
So
and I'm a
is he.
pimp. No, I'm not.
He was talking about Tate, not Bubba.
Yeah, you dumbass.
Wait, what?
He was talking about him.
Put her down for a mess up.
Oh, I thought you were talking about yourself.
Trying to fall flat on your face, mess up.
Sorry.
I mean, that's just a straight making fun of, trying to bury me.
I know.
And your nose looks big today, too.
Oh, sorry.
Let me put it on a mess up.
Convincing women to take part in some kind of business arrangement doesn't work long term because they're emotional. You've got to get them to fall in love with you. That's coercion. That's emotional manipulation. That's
listen, man, every one of us dudes want several chicks to fall in love with us. Now that's emotional manipulation?
Well,
How many bitches have fallen in love with Leonardo DiCaprio? Yeah. How many bitches have fallen in love with, all other famous people?
Well, we can either claim that adult women have agency or that they don't. We can't claim both. So it's either that women who are adults have agency and they can make their own decisions, or we're claiming that they are all children and that they're so easily manipulated that the law needs to give them extra protection.
I'm going with A. They can form if they're over
Correct.
18
I agree.
and they're not on the spectrum of any type of deal, and they're just a normal woman.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they can control their own destiny and form their own opinion as to who they want to fall in love with, and they should be able to figure out whether they're being manipulated or not, and if they feel they've been manipulated, they should get the hell out, and if they choose to stick around, I don't think you fight it out at the court system.
So you think it's just a bunch of chicks that have their feelings hurt?
I think it's a bunch of Gloria Aldred bitches that have all gotten together. And listen, that's all we want in society is to tear the famous, rich people down. People that have a following, people that have, that are famous, people that are athletes, people that are affluent, people that have notoriety, people that have a following or an influencer or a streamer. All we want is bad things for them. We want them to fail. We do. We at the end of the day, we sit there and rah, but we want them to fail. Even Taylor Swift. What would be better than a great Taylor Swift scandal right now? What would be better than Taylor Swift? I'm a male dancer. I'm 19 years old, and Taylor Swift raped me in Tampa at her Tampa show on the third night she was here. What would be would now as much as she's as clean as the wind-driven snow? Would we not just all be like, oh my God, you're about to? We would just be frothing at the mouth over that, would we not?
Yeah, 10 other dancers would probably come out and say the same thing.
And then he gets like, hey, John, just as she grabbed, just make up a bunch of stuff. She's Taylor Swift.
Cut you a 6-figure check.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's all we want is failure. We want to build you up so we can tear you down. I know. I've been torn down. I just got the basement finished. I'm trying to rebuild, and we just got the basement. We haven't even started the first floor yet.
We're working on the stairs.
We're working on building the stairs to get out of the basement, but the basement's finished. It looks great.
Yeah.
What you've found.
I had a 45. Lummy, I had a 45 floor skyscraper, and it just got I got 911.
We're trying to get back to the penthouse.
Are clips from the internet, some text from the internet, and you're going to sit here and tell me that that's the reason I should be
Your website, your words.
It's not my website.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Check my website. Next.
It's the website you've taken down, and I wonder why those comments have been taken down.
No website's been taken down. My website is the same, and it's been the same for a very long time. You are accusing me. I'm guessing what you're trying to say is you're accusing me, and you're trying to say that I'm guilty of the things I'm accused of, and that I'm emotionally manipulating people.
I'm saying that you have said.
Hold on,
you
emotionally manipulating people isn't against the law, at least in this country.
No, it's not.
And here's the thing: if it was reversed, if a woman seduced a man and stole all his money,
let's go to the hold on, stop. Let's use Taylor Swift as an example.
All right,
a woman. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So if Taylor Swift seduced a guy and
big deal.
Right. Well, then and like we'd be just like, yeah, well, you're an idiot and you got duped and it is what it is. But when it's reversed, when men, allegedly emotionally manipulate women, we go, oh, we can't be having any of that. It's like, well, are they over 18?
Remember the linebacker from Notre Dame, the Mayo?
No, I do not.
No, hold on, Anna.
Tua, yeah.
You should. He was this very, very famous, and he went to San Diego Chargers.
Yeah,
that's where he played for
Netflix
3 seasons.
documentary.
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah. Well, that was. But nobody. That girl, like that woman or guy or whoever the hell did it, was a dude. But I mean, that was a guy getting manipulated
by another dude.
Yeah, but it's not. Nobody's facing that guy wasn't facing what Andrew Tate's facing right now.
And everyone kind of clowned him too.
Yeah,
exactly. No one felt bad for him.
Financial gain.
No, absolutely not.
It's not only about the criminal allegations. It's a much bigger issue. You've got children's organisations in the UK, you've got rape organisations in the UK, you've got the police naming you by name as someone who has a harmful influence on children and on women.
Hold on. A harmful influence, since when has that been illegal? Harmful influence can lead to cancelization, can lead to getting deplatformed, can lead to the cancel culture. But it should never, ever lead to any type of criminal, right?
Correct. That's why they don't have anything on him. So they just got to go, oh, well, you're a bad influence, so you need to be removed.
Right.
It's like, what?
Well, the BBC says that you're a bad influence based on your your writings and your tweets and the things that
the persona you have,
the persona that you've created. You're a bad influence. Since when has being a bad influence been illegal?
And there's bad influences everywhere. If you want to be a good parent, then take your kid's phone away.
Organisations in the UK, you've got the police naming you by name as someone who has a harmful influence on children and on women.
I hope he lights her up on this one.
In the UK and elsewhere, because of the things you say, because of the way you present gender relations, the way you say men should treat women.
That's very upsetting. And the reason that's very upsetting is because I know that's not true. I'm genuinely a good person. I believe my impact on the world is positive.
The reason we're asking you about these comments.
It is garbage, other than potentially the claims of the women that says he may have raped them, which I'd like to see further evidence of that.
Sure.
I'm skeptical on that in itself. because this has just been an absolute pandemic where any woman can say at any time, 10, 15, 20 years down the road, when a person, might have not been so successful back then and now is successful, and now here comes he raped me back in 86 deal. Now, listen, any woman that's been raped or, sexually mistreated or trafficked or anything like that, man, I got to tell you, you've got to immediately report it. Or otherwise, society is just skewed to be somewhat skeptical. The sooner you can report it, the more credence it leaves to your claim.
And more evidence if there are, physical marks or bruising or whatever.
It's because we've got the chief executive of Rape Crisis naming you individually as spreading a dangerous ideology.
Man, this is a rare road. This guy is getting railroaded.
And again, we don't know for sure, but that's what I predict.
I mean, okay.
We don't know all the facts. He could be raping women and trafficking them, but I would say probably not.
Let's take those two situations and set them aside.
Sure.
The trafficking and the rape.
Yeah.
Let's set those aside.
All right.
And you cannot try this guy and hang him and him up on his influence on people.
Right.
And what he says, spoken
his
word.
His online persona.
You cannot. There's so many villains. There's so many different villains, and whether it be the silver screen or spoken word or just in just our world, that we're going to single out one guy who's a super male who likes to, be the ultra hyper, ultra male, so to speak, and be a pimp. Kind of deal.
I'm not the biggest fan of Andrew Tate either, but it is also convenient that when he was arrested a couple of months ago, they held him in jail with no charges. And then as soon as that deadline was almost up, you start hearing about these charges pop up in every little place, and it just so they can go and detain him again.
Yeah, well, they said they went and found...
What country was this?
Romania, yeah. A couple months ago, he was
Romania,
on Twitter.
Is that a Russian deal? Is that Russian-based Romania? I mean,
it was part of the Soviet Union.
It was.
Yes.
I know it's not now.
Right.
But are they Soviet Union-like?
It's Eastern European, so I would say it's more Russian than Western European.
It's pretty corrupt.
It's more Russian than
they're a deeply
Great
religious
Britain.
Community.
Right.
Absolutely.
It's like the most Christian. It's like the most Christian country in the.
That are leading people to say things like this.
Absolute garbage.
National organizations who are saying that are blaming you.
Man, Tate, you need to move to America. I don't think maybe on the sex trafficking and the whoring, you might have a little bit of an issue, but I don't think you're going to have an issue with what you're saying and the stuff that you're spewing and people are distributing out. I mean, I think maybe our First Amendment would protect that.
Well, I think he was banned from every platform, social media platform, except Twitter. He got it back in November.
You talked to Stein.
He got it back before we did. Now, is he friends with Stein?
Oh, no. I don't know. I just made that up.
Of misogyny, schools that are saying
when's Stein coming back on? Is he still laying low? Is he on his second strike?
Yeah.
Is he done?
On YouTube, that second strike lasts 3 months.
Yeah.
What?
So he's not going to be able to live stream till September.
Well, no. He can start live streaming again next week.
Is he really real? Like he's just out of control, is he not?
Yeah.
having increased incidents of girls being attacked, of female teachers being harassed.
Hold on now. So because this guy says, hey, man, you should be a pimp, heavy-handed, roll hard as a male, be an ultra male. Don't put up a crack with nobody. Hit the weight pile. Be tough. Beat people up. I mean, that's probably not the right message necessarily, but you should be able to say it. And society will then jurisdict whether you are a dick and get canceled and lose all your endorsements and don't have a platform to say those things. But you can't be arrested for them because some seventh grader went in and beat the crap out of his teacher and said, I heard it on Andrew Tate. I mean, I'm sorry. You just can't. I mean, I know it's not right for him to say that, but give me a break.
By pupils because of you and your teaching and your influence.
That's absolute garbage. I have never ever encouraged a student to attack a teacher, male or female, ever. I preach hard work, discipline. I'm an athlete. I preach anti-drug. I preach religion. I preach no alcohol. I preach no knife crime.
Hey, man, I don't even preach some of that stuff. I'm into some of it.
Every single problem with modern society.
I like knives.
I'm against.
But
I'm
men and
teaching young
boys-
men. I'm teaching young men to be disciplined, to be diligent, to listen, to train, to work hard, to be exactly like me.
Yeah, be a pimp.
And I'm saying that if men grew up like me, which are hardworking and diligent and some emotional control and stoic, we're going to have a better society, not a worse society.
Running 7 bitches deep on a Saturday. Hell to the yeah.
To sit here and say that schools in England, which is a failing nation, which has knife crime going through the roof, violence going through the roof, men's mental health going through the roof, and they're going to all blame me because I appeared on the internet 1 year ago.
You sell an image of
is
success.
disingenuous. It's disingenuous.
You
and
sell
also,
an image
also,
of financial success
correct.
with a Bugatti and a cigar, but it comes with a side order of misogyny.
How does having a Bugatti...
And hold on. And what's wrong with that? Well,
it's not misogyny.
But what I'm saying is, even if he did say with a Bugatti and a cigar comes a side order of whatever.
Menagerie.
Who cares? Who cares? It's not illegal to say that.
I think misogyny, defined as like the hatred of women, and he certainly doesn't hate women.
You can hate women.
It's not illegal.
It's not illegal to hate women.
But he doesn't, though, so that's also.
But what I'm saying, though,
I know
okay,
what
he
you're saying.
doesn't, but it's not illegal to hate women.
Right.
Society may penalize you for hating women, but don't bring me some bitch up in here with no makeup that has Ozempic face and try to hem me up on, because I had a cigar and a Bugatti with a side order of misogyny. Like, that's a problem. That's not a problem. Maybe they don't have the same rights we do around here.
Bugatti and a cigar come with misogyny.
I am asking you about things that you have said that have caused major national organizations, including the...
Who cares? Have you ever heard sticks and stones will break my bones and names will never hurt me? Who cares what somebody says, unless it's something very troubling, and I say this in parody, and I do not mean this, and I'm saying it as an example, but if you would say, like, go shoot the president.
Well, yeah, that's
now,
like a threat.
That's a problem. You can't say that. It's like, you can't say fire in a theater.
Right.
Like there's some common sense things, but there's not a lot of things that you can't say.
In America.
My Lord, what in the God, what is going on around here? They got this guy strung up, man. I mean, let's talk about the rapes and the human trafficking. Let's talk about that. Let's not talk about what he is, the spoken word or what he has written as a problem. None of that should be a problem. Water seeks its own level. The community will determine whether that's acceptable or not. Chances are it's not, and he'll get canceled. But it's not illegal. It's not criminal. It's not something that he should be tried about. Hello.
Bubba, your trolls used to be so bad that I had Obis Canobus, whatever the heck his name was at one time, try calling my employer for defending you.
Oh, you have
Twitter.
no idea, man. It was so bad, and it was so bad that if you supported me, like on Twitter, be like, hey, this is Jim, 925. Obis and Randy Hahn and all of Calta's, 14, 15 little henchmen would find out where you work and would get a hold of your employer and try to get you fired.
Yep.
And that happened to you, didn't it?
They tried to, but I own my own company. I'm the one who answered the phone.
Yeah. I mean, that's how bad it was with me. And we just got our Twitter back, so I wouldn't necessarily rule it out again because, Lummy, we're on the uptick, they're on the downtick.
Yep.
Big time.
That's why I get so upset. Like when people when they don't understand like the stuff that's been done, you think, oh, that's just Bubba. I'm like, no, this is real stuff he's talking about. People that have supported him have been affected by the trolls calling their company and stuff, and that's why I get.
Back in the day on Twitter, they'd be like, okay, Bone Fam, don't forget today at 1:00 to call Beasley Sales, ask for Judith, and tell them that you are going to boycott all of Beasley and all their advertisers if they don't fire Bubba. Then they do like a roll call as to how many would, and then there'd be like 15, 16 checked in. Okay, we'll do it. I mean, just like then I was doing really good, and then advertisers would advertise on my show, and then they would get trolled, and then they would call Beasley and say, "Listen, we don't want to advertise on Bubba's show anymore, even though it does really well, because we get killed with trolls." It's not necessarily who's the most talented anymore. It's who's got the strongest troll game. And somebody is screwing with Andrew Tate on the troll deal. Now, granted, he's given them, a window of opportunity and some stuff to grab a hold of with the pending charges. But being in trouble for what you say or what you print or what you've said on your website that other people have disseminated is totally, totally not cool. Hello.
Bubba, it's Trucker Bob.
Hey, Trucker Bob.
Hey, this is what the left wants in this country. This reporter is first of all, she has such an agenda of hatred for Andrew Tate. She hates him like really, really strongly. And this, I think, is what the left is trying to do in our country. They want to make it illegal to say things that they don't like. They don't want a First Amendment. That's the direction we're going. I fully believe that.
Oh, I mean, I don't think it's gotten that bad yet here, but there's remnants of that where people getting their various platform. Alex Jones, there's remnants of that. Alex Jones really did far more egregious stuff in what he said and distributed than I think Andrew Tate has. I think I don't know comparing the two, but Anna, you may know.
Yeah,
I mean, Alex Jones did cause, emotional harm to families that lost their children. I mean, but then again, there's an argument that he should have been able to say that. There's an argument that
was what the whole lawsuit was about.
I think he lost it, did he not?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he didn't show up, so.
All right, Trucker Bob, anything else?
Yeah.
No, it's clearly the direction we're going. Listen to the reporter, how much she hates Andrew Tate and what an agenda she has with every question. She's talking about him introducing hateful ideology. Well, she's talking about him saying, go out and pick up women and have sex with them. How is that possibly illegal to say
Man, I
that?
should be in prison. I should have gotten, I should have been gotten the death penalty at Stark, circa 2004, if that's illegal. Let's go pick up some chicks and get some ass. Woo. Let's have your best friend blast your wife and record it. Man, put me in the electric chair immediately.
And most of the people who say that they get their ideologies and their way of thinking from some of these people, like that's a them issue. That's not an Andrew Tate issue.
Right.
Like you could listen to any podcast and come away from that with a different point of view on something and then just be like, oh, well, I got,
again, let's look into the rape. Let's look into the human trafficking, things that, are a problem. But if you're going to say, well, Great Britain says that your influence on children. Shut up, bitch.
We're pretending that these people don't have any ability to think for themselves.
Right. Shut up, idiot. I'll continue this. I got a little bit more of this on the backside, so hold on.
It's quite painful to listen.
Children love
Bubba the Love Sponge.
The perfect combination of entertainment and education.
Yes, it's quite painful to listen until the medication kicks in. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Action! Hi, Rumble. I'm rumbling today.
You are.
I'm on the Riz Rumble. Gummed up in Peterborough. Hi, hello, Airtight. I think Airtight's here. Airtight, you're such a good friend. Thank you for being. I gotta say that too. Love you, Air Tiz. Boom.
That's sweet.
Hello, Little Wilbur's Afterbirth. Jay Gator, Greg.
It's still hot in here.
Jesus, what a impossible to deal with.
Wow, it's so hot.
Hello, YouTube. I'm over on you now. I see Jim Flask, Frito S, I Gloria, Big E.
Raining.
Somebody needs to get a hold of Penny Scout because she got her dildo
got a fucking dildo and she's nowhere to be found.
Like to have a dildo report, you know?
That bitch is missing.
That'd be nice one on it. Get you some nice dildo report.
But she's too busy fucking finger fucking herself with that dildo.
Whoa.
Yeah, I love dildos. Yeah, I love dildos.
Yeah, she loves dildos.
Slick Rick. Greg White, 25 on the Cash App. I'll make sure Lummy comes back with that.
You think they're ever gonna find that little baby sub?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah. What's up? Haha, Benjamin Lax. I love dildos. I love dildos. Scary Terry, what it do? Oh yeah, I saw that too, Greg from Canada. They said they heard a noise. I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? What do you mean you heard a noise? Bitch, I hear noises all the time. Follow that noise. Stop Scout and Big ol'.
Scout has Penny. Is Penny got her
We
shit?
need that fucking dildo update. What that dildo do? You heard? You heard?
824 on Rumble. Force something on. Somebody told me to check out Stein's Twitter post from a few hours ago. I do follow him.
Oh. Yeah, you're really cactus jacking it today. Holy shit.
What do you mean? What's that mean?
Lummy
Here's
is.
that average show.
Lummy.
Yes, Bubba.
Never mind.
I know. Sorry, Bubba.
Oh, can you send me Alex Stein's Twitter feed that I can play?
Yeah.
Is it bad?
He did something the other night too. I just saw.
Yeah, just send it to me.
I am.
Can we say
He's training for his boxing match too.
Oh yeah, I kind of saw that.
I understand. I said Bubba. What's up, everybody? Here's what you say. I tweeted it. 36 minutes is.
What you eating?
One of the car walks or everything.
You better keep those hands up.
Hands up.
Look at that hottie on TV. Oh, you missed it. Now she's talking about fucking snails.
Yeah, accidentally dark my TV out.
Ding dong. It's gonna rain today and tomorrow and probably Friday and Saturday and Sunday and Monday and Tuesday. June gloom is in full effect.
Cretan said okay, Bubba.
Okay.
Third match. What's up, Alan Close?
Thank you, Creatine Triz. I got fucking Macho Man here who's bitching about the air, because, I mean, you know.
That was me.
No, I mean, watch. Is it to your satisfaction now?
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay, no problem.
I appreciate you.
Yeah. Okay.
You know I appreciate you, right?
Lummy, what's this 7-4?
All day, every day.
I'm an FT. Full tractor effect.
You're my savior.
I listen to it in the morning and at night. It keeps me awake all night driving that big rig down the road.
Bubba the Love Sponge. We love you, brother.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
You missed Craig and Amy, Lummy, when you were gone, so I thought I'd get them for you.
Thank you.
Cash App, Venmo, PayPal at The Bubba Army, or you could just go to our YouTube, which is at The Bubba Army, and watch all our videos. That didn't cost you nothing. Subscribe, get notifications. Again, that's free. And watch some of the cool stuff. That puts a few little dollars in our pockets. Thanks. Appreciate it. Monday, visually, of course, terrestrially, Florida Man Radio, Fort Walton Beach, Phoenix, Melbourne, Orlando, Tampa. You'll be able to hear us terrestrially at your leisure. AM 820 here in Tampa. The big gorilla, the big ape. But you can also get us on Bubba Army Radio, the Bubba Army app, the TuneIn app. But also, we'll be live visually on Facebook and on YouTube and on Rumble only. Both at the Bubba Army. Again, both at the Bubba Army. YouTube and Rumble only. We will then figure out where the after shows go. Right, Lummy? Something like that.
Yes.
Creatine Travis said he's good with bringing some 14 SEER R38.
Yes.
Okay. Continuing the Andrew Tate stuff, I think this guy is completely getting railroaded. And, so he's a bad boy. Since when's it been illegal to be a bad boy? Now, again, I can't get into necessarily the charges. I hope that the judicial system, wherever he gets tried at, is far more fair than this interview. Because this interview sucks. This woman sucks.
Police to worry about you by name. That's what I'm asking you about.
It's not what I said.
It's about what you have said that has caused such concern in the UK. And I want to put it to you that...
Again, spoken word shouldn't be illegal.
You don't really care about the harm it causes. Because
that's not true.
Making controversial statements like this online has made you a lot of money.
I've made a lot of money making I got fined $755,000 by the U.S. government, the largest one-time single FCC violation.
Word.
And they're not hemming me. Well, I guess they did hem me up.
Yeah.
Okay, so first thing, I genuinely am a force for good in the world. You may not understand that yet, but you will eventually. And I genuinely believe I'm acting under the...
Is he tall?
Yeah.
Instruction of God to do good things. And I want to make the world a better place. I genuinely believe my legacy is a good legacy. And I believe that eventually, when the legacy media catches up, they're going to understand I'm a good, positive influence. I'm not interested in damaging the world for money. Because if I was interested in damaging the world for money, I could have sold drugs. Or I could make rap music and encourage everyone to stab each other like all the drill artists do.
Or you could make controversial statements online that attract a lot of followers who you then direct to your web.
Again, he makes an interesting point, the fact that what's the difference between the crazy stuff that he says online that attracts a lot of followers or a rap guy that sells, 10 million downloads or streams or
talking about popping caps in people's
popping
asses.
caps and having sex with hoes and baby mamas and shooting there's no difference. It's art. It's art and entertainment is what it is.
Website.
He didn't have a cult. He's not Jim Jones. He's not having anybody drink any Kool-Aid. Please.
They pay learn how
This has to be the dumbest bitch I've ever seen.
Be like you.
I mean, I could make jokes online. Who doesn't? I mean, I could make a joke.
Yeah, jokes are funny. Jokes, kid.
Are you saying that all the controversial things you've said are jokes?
No, I'm saying that these organizations and the BBC who are going to sit here and pretend that I am the face of damaging the youth is absolutely garbage.
Remember when they tried to do that to Marilyn Manson and they tried to do it to Dee Snider? Remember, they actually
they
actually brought they actually brought Dee Snider up in front of Congress.
That was after Columbine, wasn't it?
Well, Dee Snider, I think, was before.
Did they have songs about shooting up schools? Or?
No, well, I don't know when Dee Snider was, if it was before or after Columbine, but Marilyn Manson had some songs. that were controversial, and Dee Snider, had like an we're not going to take it, and they actually, we've been through this little spat, but it was about 20 years ago, where we would bring up, rock artists and things like that in front of Congress and try to hem them up on their lyrics, and it's art.
And get them blamed for violence on the streets.
Well, that's where the explicit label started. It actually started with Luther Campbell and the 2 Live crew on Pop That Kitty, Pop That Kitty.
Huh.
And Luther Campbell got, I don't know how many millions of dollars he lost in legal fees defending himself. And then finally, art prevailed nonetheless.
But you just needed that explicit label.
And they came up, they're like, okay, listen, we can't hem you up on lyrics necessarily.
That's a free speech deal.
But we can make your album have to have, these explicit warnings. 33 years ago, Dee Snider single-handedly humiliated Congress for the whole world to see. Lummi, is there?
Right there.
Oh yeah.
Nice
So
hair.
Anna, we've had our spout of this, so to speak.
Sure. And continue to.
And Dee's a friend of mine.
I know.
Committee is having a hearing on censorship with the PMRC and wanted to know if I would come and speak. Now, my view of it, when I heard it, was they want me to carry the flag into battle. Hell yeah. Braveheart, baby. Braveheart wasn't even out, but that sort of mentality. Give me the fucking flag, man. Let's go. Yeah. I knew that they were, like everybody else, grossly underestimating me. I knew that they viewed me
as just some dumb rocker. They didn't realize.
Is he from Jersey or something?
Yeah, he is. And they didn't. But they just thought he was the personality that they see on stage, some rock guy who gets high till and passes out in a ditch, and
wears
then
makeup.
They just wake up right before the show. But really, he's a very, very well-spoken, intelligent guy. He really is. And he handed their ass to him.
As just another dunderheaded rocker.
Yep, that's all they thought.
And they would bring me in, make me look like a fool, and I would help their cause. They did not
and
know.
I think, Lummi, he owned them.
Yeah.
But then I could construct a sentence and speak English fluently. And I'm there in my cut-off denim, my skin-tight jeans, my snakeskin boots, and a little bit of eye makeup left.
And Anna, he kind of over-the-topped it just because it was a dog and pony show.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
So
what year is this? Sorry?
This is 33 years ago. So, Lummi, what year?
Well, this article was written a little, but it says 1985.
So this was 85. I don't think you were even born yet, were you?
No, I'm 87.
And my big hair. And I ain't getting dressed up for nobody.
You were in your dad's ball sack.
Sure was. Half.
I'm a dirtbag, and I'm proud. And I'm playing these people like
he is. He played.
Mentally, I'm setting these guys up for the kill.
I remember I was in Terre Haute, Indiana, and I remember watching it on MTV News, and not a lot of the news media wouldn't cover it because he owned them so bad. Like a lot of major news outlets, and at that time there was only 3 or 4. I don't even think Fox was around yet. I think it was CBS, ABC, and NBC. Maybe with a UPI and the API kicker. A lot of them didn't even cover it because he owned them so bad.
I have got my speech
That's a perm,
in my back
right?
pocket,
Yeah.
which I have worked on for a few weeks and honed and refined till it's a freaking nuclear weapon. Folded up like a gazillion times, like a bad kid bringing his homework to school. I open it up and I'm flattening it out on the table, really deliberate. And they're going.
So I had a beef with D back in the day because I replaced him in Hartford. And then when I went on Howard and him were good friends, and Howard was always looking for conflict.
Sure.
So when I would go up there and do a week worth of, I had to go up there and do a week worth of radio every 8 weeks. He arranged for me to come in on the morning show and have a debate with D, and we didn't like each other. And by the end of the day, we were a couple little bitches for each other. We're like, man, we're pretty, we ended up being each other's friends. And I was I was trying to be Johnny Hardass. That's when I was in shape too, Lummi, 260, 250.
You're ready to
jacked
fight him?
up. And I was ready to, I was really thinking I was going to fight him. And then I sized him. He's a big dude.
He's 6'1".
Oh yeah, Anna, he's a bit, I don't know if I would have been on the good end of that deal. I mean, D, I'm just going to be honest with you. D might have handed my fat ass to me. And I remember telling Brent, "Hey Brent, we might want to change position." We were in the green room. We were in the green room, and D walked by. I go, "Hey Brent, have you seen how big he is?" Plus, Ani, he had his
He
like
looks big though.
But plus, he had his rock boots on too, so he was.
Oh, he had an extra
he was like
couple inches.
6'5". And I was like, we might want to just kind of like,
Well, I don't know if you could take 6'1", but you could probably take 6'1" in heels.
I don't know. He's a good dude. He's a real good dude.
Yeah, he seems like it.
Hey, Lummy, reach out to D and let's see if we can kind of have him on.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is a lamb being brought to the slaughter.
Oh yeah, and these politicians, man, they thought, oh my God, we're gonna own this.
Was it a specific song?
It was. I don't know if it was "We're Not Gonna Take It" or.
And I'm sorry, they were trying to pin what on him precisely?
Just a bad message to youth.
But it wasn't like a specific event.
He's poisoning our youth.
Yeah,
it was the Satanic Panic. It was just same umbrellas, all that other stuff.
It was the group that Tipper Gore.
Oh, they're singing in all these rock songs,
sexual lyrics, and
Satanic Panic.
I didn't know if it was like a specific event.
No.
Okay.
You seem to be the only person addressing this committee today who has been a direct target of accusations from the presumably responsible PMRC. I would like
PMRC were like the Parents
Music Resource Center.
Hey Alexa, what was the PMRC?
From loudwire.com. The PMRC, or the Parents Music Resource Center, was founded in 1985 by a group of women including Tipper Gore with the intention of increasing parental control over children's consumption of music.
Yeah. Anna, like what country do we live in? Really? For real?
I'd like to use this occasion to speak on a more personal note and show just how unfair the whole concept.
Some stupid group that the vice president's wife put together, all just to watch me self.
Of lyrical interpretation and judgment can be, and how many times this can amount to little more than character assassination.
And I am just tearing apart everything that they've accused me of, disproving beyond a shadow of a doubt that everything they've accused me of has been wrong, false, and they are scrambling. They were saying that Under the Blade was about sadomasochism and bondage. It was about my guitar player's throat operation.
It's not really a wild leap of the imagination to jump to the conclusion that that's about something other than surgery or hospitals, neither of which are mentioned in the song.
No, it's not a wild jump, and I think what I said in one part was that songs allow a person to put their own imagination, experiences, and dreams into the lyrics. People can interpret it many ways. Ms. Gore was looking for sadomasochism and bondage, and she found it. Someone looking for surgical references would have found it as well.
Love it.
Call her a strictly McNasty.
Yeah.
I said, I can't help that Tipper Gore's got a dirty mind, and Al Gore just, oh my God.
Al Gore flipped out.
Really jumped over the table. They were saying, we're not going to take it. It should be on the filthy 15 for violence. And it was no more violent than the Declaration of Independence.
The filthy 15.
The filthy 15. Back to the Tate deal here. This is what he's going through right now, though. Now, set aside the potential criminal stuff. Set aside that. You can't merge the two. You can't. Let's talk about if this old block rocking, no makeup wearing, Ozempic face bitch, Great Britain bitch with bad teeth.
She's probably hot 20 years ago.
Wants to talk to him about specifically the charges that these 7 women that have levied against him, which I can't form an opinion because I have not seen the complaint or any evidence, but it sounds like kind of a
screw job.
It sounds like hey, this guy's now popular and he had us over, a year ago and he's got some money now. Let's shake him right down to zero. Sounds like that to me. But let's set that aside. But to have an interview with this guy and try to hold him accountable for his opinions that he has said or broadcast or tweeted, being a bad influence on anybody for that matter, anybody. Is nonsense. It's absolutely what year are we in? I mean, we're going backwards. We're going backwards with regards to, art and freedom of expression. I mean, if I tell you, hey, today when you go home, I want you to drive 150 mile an hour and go head into a bridge.
Okay.
I don't really mean it. You shouldn't do it. You should be smart enough to realize that I'm just being over the top.
When I say things, I don't mean them. I lie.
Completely disingenuous.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of my greatest statements at all. When I say things, I don't mean them. I lie. I'm an entertainer.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
When I say things, I don't mean them. I lie. I'm an entertainer. That's what entertainers do. We dance, my friend. Jokes. Hyperbole.
It makes you
and
money.
The reason, in fact, I've seen thousands and thousands of comments and have endless emails from women praising
Doesn't
the fact,
it worry you?
praising the fact that their sons are listening to me.
Does it not
praising
worry
the
you?
fact that their
The things I'm saying, does it not worry you?
It would worry. It would
You're not
worry.
concerned
I wish my son would listen to him. Man up a little bit.
about your influence.
It would worry me if I was genuinely damaging the world. But for you to sit here and say, Andrew, you've become the most Googled man in the world. You have billions of views, and one woman, is now saying that her husband is not the same man she wants him to be. When thousands and thousands of people are saying the opposite, well, then I would say
I've
that's...
presented you with case after case after case, with quote after quote after quote of people who are genuinely concerned about the impact you're having, and you brush it off as if it's nothing.
No.
It is nothing. In the overall scheme of his of how big his following is, it is nothing. You're 15 to 20 excerpts of some stupid people that don't understand what Andrew Tate's shtick is and how he rolls and the character that he plays and the swagger that he's trying to, just the whole shooting match of Andrew Tate, because 20, 30, 40 people that you've been able to hand pick don't like him. How about the percentage of people that do?
Right.
The millions and hundreds of millions that say, hell yeah, a hustler.
What you have done is come here with an agenda.
You've cherry-picked, bitch. Get out of here, out of my house.
You've come here with loaded questions. You've come here with things taken out of context. You come here with things that you don't understand are satirical. And then you're going to also
I think I'm going to start being meaner and being more like him, I think. Maybe that's what we need.
He's not mean.
And say that one woman said that her boyfriend changed when he watched one of your videos. And then I don't know what you expect me to say to that.
Sarcastic, and jokes.
No.
That's how you explain the comments you make.
Yeah. You know what, bitch? You got one thing right today. That. That's what he should say. You got one thing right today, other than showing your ass out yourself or having my bodyguards escort you out of here. That's exactly how I roll. Those three things you just said. That's the only smart thing that's come out of that hole of yours that you call a mouth, you gutter mouth bitch. Oh, sorry.
Just sit down.
Bubba Tate.
You like to apologize for any of them?
For you to sit down, for you to sit down, it's fine. No, it's fine. It's easy. For you to sit down and say that one woman said that her boyfriend watched an Andrew Tate video and now he won't do the dishes.
Schools.
Or whatever your argument is.
Police.
And that I'm somehow the worst, most dangerous man in the world because I have a car. Is just disingenuous. If you actually watch the things I say, if you actually watch my comments about women, I've done long...
Instead of taking short little things out of context, I think he's going to say, I've done long-form monologues about pro-women.
Podcasts for hours long about females, talking about protecting for them, providing for them, how I believe a woman should be treated in a relationship. I've done all of this.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. Now, again, I'd like to see the other stuff.
Sure.
That they're talk to the guy about that. That's what you talk to him about. You don't talk to him about one dude who's a pussy. And his girlfriend's now reporting back, which it's Sophia, I guess. It could be some fake bitch. So be some fake bitch. It's reporting back that after having watched the Andrew Tate show or whatever the hell he watched from that her boyfriend no longer wants to do the dishes. That's ridiculous. What are we back in 1986? Dee Snider with a Marilyn Manson kicker? Give me a break. Get out of here, bitch. Don't forget Monday. Only way you're going to be able to watch ourselves, is on Rumble and YouTube. We're paring it all down. We thought more was better, but Lummy had a big-ass Zoom call with a Rhett Kicker and the Ginger and Lummy, along with the person that they talked to.
Oh, Macho was listening in, too. Yeah.
Macho, do you agree? I mean, can you put down the barbells and do you agree with this reasoning?
His mic isn't on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What the guy said made sense. Yeah.
All right, perfect. That's all I needed. Thank you, Macho.
Back to biceps. He's not part of the solution. He's part of the problem. It's Bubba the Love Sponge.
Lovely, they might be able to take that TATE deal and cut it up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I should step it up. Doing some pull-ups. Yeah, 40 about it. I saw that. That was from a plane, right? What's up, Larry B? What's up, King? Hall of Famer. Larry B. What's up, King? Oh, you watch. Yeah, if that matters. Who's that? Morning, Jay Gator. You agree?
To a certain degree.
That's gonna be their defense.
I might eat a
For a knife.
Where's the firmer ground? Big. Thank you. You got it?
I got what you said.
Huh?
I got it.
Okay. Keep you posted.
Right there. Yeah, I'll get bread on it. They have it back there. The camera on it. You want me to put it on there? Come here. You can't see it though. Right now.
Come here. Come here. Let me.
Marching toward
Iggy.
red.
Simpson City, Redneck 25. That's Duke. Anyway, Fun Jones Island.
Meow, meow, meow.
Got a house limp in the short trucker.
We're not gonna take it. How's that Factor meal?
Good as fuck.
Good.
Can't really enjoy it because they got it fucking snark it down.
Well, you have 56 seconds. You can play a little parody Willie. Is Babyface coming in tomorrow?
I think so.
Smells good. I swear to God, if they find this little baby sub deal, that's gonna be crazy.
Oh, they're gonna find
Bubba the Love Sponge. It is.
I'm here for the sponge.
Mate, it's all about mate.
It's got to be Bubba.
I laugh so hard.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
Ow!
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Today's after show start at 10:30. Be available on YouTube and Facebook with regards to the visual deal. Starting Monday, Rumble and YouTube only visually. Now you can find us audibly across all types of spectrums. This Friday, Bubba 199. Should we change it over to Twitch? Since we're kind of defecting from Kick.
Go back to old school.
I mean, I don't know. I kind of need everybody's input.
Why can't we do it on Kick?
Well, because it looks like we're trying to. I don't know. Why do I have to be the guy in charge around here?
Oh, I'm just asking. I'm not trying to counter program. I'm just curious.
No, I'm not taking what you're saying as counter programming. I'm asking everybody to jump in, like Rhett and Mach. This isn't a time for you guys to shut up. This is a time for us to have an open discussion as to what's best for us.
Because I feel like the Kick deal went really well last time, right?
I feel like the Kick deal went really well, but if we're planning on using one of those two platforms for, a $1.99 once a month or once every other month, you got to kind of weigh out the pros and cons of what a live stream, $1.99 in particular, looks like. On Twitch, gets a little more fun because we have the ability to do bits hype trains.
Okay.
Kick doesn't have that ability yet.
And it has the, for free subscribers on Prime.
But I thought we were going to do it on Rumble.
Oh.
Or are we doing it on Twitch? What's the plan?
I don't know.
I think on a special like a $1.99, I don't see it being a problem doing a Kick or Twitch.
Yeah, I don't think
it's
so
a
either.
one-off show once a month.
I think
as a party atmosphere.
It might, maybe all Bubba one. I don't know.
And that's another thing we got to talk to you about on the Rumble. How he said, just with doing some different one-offs like that, it might be better on a platform.
Well,
like Kick and Rumble. And
anyway, where should we put Dan's Bubba 199 Dan's birthday with a Romina kicker and DJ Hums is?
I think it would be the most fun on Twitch.
Okay.
All right, so let's do it on Twitch.
Nice.
Because, we do Twitch Tuesdays. I don't know if that'll continue, but we still do Twitch content.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
So, unless Kick wants to, write us a $100 million check, we might not be staying there. I don't know. We got a lot of things to talk about. We're very, 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 very much transitioning, are we not?
Quick question.
Yes, that came from the Macho Man.
For the graphic for Hum Sauce, how do you spell DJ Hum Sauce?
Oh, it's a DJ and then HUMMSAUCE.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
No, hold on. So sorry.
Hurricane season's been pretty quiet so far. The
All right.
hurricane season's been pretty quiet.
Hurricane.
Everybody's real flipped out over this tropical storm, Brett. Brett. Now, Lummy, is it still at the point where it can make a hard right and go up the Atlantic coast?
Yep.
And is that what they're saying the prevailing / steering winds are doing?
It all depends on the high pressure system that's coming down, and with this front that's here now, if it does go up the Atlantic coast, it'll be stronger. If it goes across in the Caribbean Sea,
it'll be weaker.
Yeah, because of the mountains in Cuba and
the mountains. Say it. You do sound a little stuffed up.
Oh, I am. Yes.
Yeah. You need some drugs. You need some antis?
I took them. Thank you.
Which it usually is in the month of June, but we do have a strengthening tropical system in the open Atlantic. Tropical storm Brett is making its way westward at about 17 miles an hour. It has strengthened now at 50 miles an hour.
Now, Lummy, when are they saying it? They might know where it's going.
I believe it's the next 3 to 4 days.
The winds near it.
So what's today? Today's when. So by maybe Monday.
Yeah, I think over the weekend you'll start to see it start to shift, which south or north.
Center. So it's still a formidable tropical storm, and it is moving into an area as it heads.
I mean, are they saying that usually when it's out here, they can tell you if it's really going to be a big one or not?
Yeah, I mean, like they said, they're saying that if it goes up the Atlantic because the waters are a little warmer, it would be a big one. The one behind it, I think, is going to be the bigger one.
Toward the Caribbean Sea, which is conducive for strengthening. There really isn't much wind shear here, and there's also very warm ocean water. So as Brett moves toward the Caribbean over the next couple of days, it is expected to strengthen, but then as it jumps into the Caribbean Sea, it will be very unfavorable for strengthening, which is a good...
I mean, you know what? I thought maybe you were wrong on that deal, but you were dead right on
that. It's El Nino season. We get the winds coming off the
I'm trying
coast.
to throw you an
I know.
attaboy,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good thing. There'll be a lot of wind.
Give yourself a...
right.
No,
don't.
Shear there, which will probably...
I mean, I'm just handing this out willingly.
Break it apart. So if you look at the forecast...
Oh, hold on. Look at the forecast.
Yep.
I mean, it's got it like maybe hitting the Cancun Peninsula.
Yeah.
Eye path and intensity. We are still expecting it to become a Category 1 hurricane.
All right, so Monday, Category 1.
Yeah, but it's going to be a low pressure system
as
by
it
the time
makes
it
its
hits
way
land.
toward those eastern Caribbean islands. And then once it encounters the stronger wind shear, it should lose a lot of...
It's not going to hit Mexico.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even going to be like...
Nicaragua.
Its intensity.
Yeah, those plays.
Costa
as we
Rica.
head through the Caribbean.
Yeah, Jay, get out of Costa... He'll be out of there by then.
To the upcoming weekend. And eventually, by early next week...
I think Jay's actually in Costa Rica right now.
Yep.
It'll probably even lose more of its intensity. This is good news here for a lot of the Caribbean.
Now, Costa Rica is kind of like in here somewhere, isn't
Yes.
it? Like
it's in Central America.
I think Costa Rica might be here. No, I think Costa Rica might be right there.
I think that's it. I think the Caribbean side's smaller than the Pacific side.
Right. Costa Rica's got just a little Caribbean, but a big Pacific.
Caribbean islands,
it's
especially
farther south.
Well, then send it, bitch.
Rico, the Virgin Islands, because if you look at this shift in the southward shift in this track of Brett, it still will be really windy here, folks. Hurricane gusts in some of these eastern Caribbean islands.
Gusts.
How's old Gus doing?
Great. He's probably gonna need an oil change soon. You see it? It's right above Panama.
Oh, Costa Rica. Yeah, it's not that big.
No.
Right there, Costa Rica.
Yeah. No military, Did you know that?
What?
No military.
Yeah, they don't have I've been there one time. I don't really
went
care.
Surfing?
I don't really care to go back.
Did you go surfing?
No, I was there to pick up hookers.
It's basically the same thing. You were surfing for whores.
I was surfing for whore. I only had one. I only picked up one hooker.
How much did she cost? 12 coconuts?
No, like $100.
Nice. It's a bargain. Was she hot?
Yeah, she was very attractive, but I just and I haven't really picked up a lot of hookers in my lifetime.
Did she speak any English?
I think maybe 2. I think I had a hooker in New York one time, and I think I had a hooker in Costa Rica.
Did she speak any English?
No. Yeah, broken.
Okay.
Enough to know, to tell me it was $125.
Suck my...
And me and a friend were there for like 6 days, and after the first day, I wanted to go home because I was like...
Tired?
I don't like hookers.
Why?
I don't know. It just
felt dirty.
I need to have a little more of a connection.
Ooh, that's interesting. I've never heard you say that before.
Like, but even if it's not like I want to have a relationship with you connection, but more of a like a.
I know that you like me and you're not just here because I'm paying you connection.
Yeah.
There you go.
Or more like
wow.
I got a little game and I was able to pick you up connection.
Right.
What if she has to cuddle?
Oh, there's no
He
cuddle.
doesn't even cuddle with Merch Trick.
I didn't even cuddle with my wife.
You do cuddle with Dan though sometimes.
No, I don't.
Like you munty up on each other.
Well, I munty up on bitches.
That's true.
I just don't cuddle. I just don't like holding.
Starting on Thursday, lasting into the weekend.
I don't like holding hands. I don't like being held in bed. I don't like holding in bed.
Right.
I don't like my feet to touch you. I don't want your feet touching me. I got a big long like 5-foot pillow that I put in. That's the Mason-Dixon line. That's the Bubba Clem line.
Yeah.
You stay on that side. I stay on this side. You can turn your heating blanket up to 400 if you want. The room will be at 61. And hey, I'll see you in the morning. You can make me breakfast. I'm going to go to the gym. Thanks.
It'll be a very localized area.
Bubba Tate.
And it will not impact the winds, at least, areas of the northern Caribbean island. It will encounter strong wind shear.
Let me just
around
see.
the
Let me just
anytime you get thunderstorms here associated with even a tropical system.
I couldn't get a guy that'd be less enthusiastic about a potential hurricane than this guy. This guy sucks.
Yeah. Well,
it's losing intensity.
Kind of a nothing
you still
burger.
could
So
get
is it a nothing burger?
Yeah.
I mean, should I just get out of it? Is it ridiculous? Should I play my Bella video?
Of course.
Or go to Alex Stein's Twitter?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is he calling in at 9?
No,
he's got himself on a. I don't know what is.
Yeah, he's in hiding.
He's in hiding.
He's in hiding.
Like Anne Frank.
But hold on, he's in hiding, but he's posting stuff social.
Well, yeah.
So why not go on our? Oh, is he
We're
think
on YouTube?
Oh, so he's like. So he's doing it like.
Now that he has 2, he doesn't even want to even take a chance.
So he's
I
like.
understand.
He's like, okay, I got 2 strikes on YouTube. I don't want to get Bubba in trouble, or try to finagle myself on another YouTube channel, which would be, possibly a violation.
And free strike Willie.
They'd get him on ban evasion. That's what he's doing.
All right, Modine, it's Prime Time 99. Getting ready. I'm about to freaking knock you out, dog. We're in the freaking Title Boxing Club. About to go insane for the Ukraine, dog. You don't want any of
He needs some more saying.
I like the do-rag.
this.
He does need to come up with some new ones.
Looks like a Santa hat.
I think it's his best Modine impersonation. I think that's what he was going for.
You better keep your arms up, or you guy's gonna jab the hell out of you. Dropping your hands. See that girl in the background on the wallpaper? I think she could beat you up.
Yeah, I think so. Nice bicep.
When's this fight?
July 21st.
Is it pay-per-view? Is it going to be on pay-per-view?
I think it's online, right?
Yeah, it'll be. I'm pretty sure DAZN is who's going to be streaming it. It's through Happy Punch, the Misfits boxing event. It's just a promotion for internet boxing.
Keeping your hands down. Guy's going to pepper your grape.
Those are like body shots, I guess.
Yeah. See, when you keep your head, like, listen, look at your arms are down.
If you look at the dude to Alex, the black dude, watch when he punched. He was keeping his head up.
What the hell?
One workout. Don't bust me up, Alex.
See his boobs melting.
Are you trying to be tough?
22nd.
Oh, this is
one extra day.
This is the dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Guy's like Arabic on his chest.
Anna, you're exactly right. Yikes.
Guy's like an ISIS recruiter.
I mean, for real. Yikes. You want Wall Street Willie or you want ISIS? I'm taking ISIS all day. Right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what's this?
This is him accidentally burning a rainbow.
Oh,
flag.
Now, should I maybe not do this because this got him in trouble, didn't it?
For real?
You can watch it, but we have it pulled down back here.
All right, cool.
I
Smoking
wanna see
crack
it.
with a pride flag.
Yeah.
So
just go to Alex Stein's Twitter if you want to see it.
Yeah, if you want to see this, go to Alex Stein's Twitter. We're going to watch it, but we're not going to broadcast it.
Oh, yeah, and this, there's like
Now, this is on the Blaze, is
I've
it
seen
not?
that trick before.
Yeah, I think it was,
Time
I was
you
on
want us
Rumble last night.
with their community and themselves. Let's see if we can catch it on fire right before we Oh, go. come on. Oh, no, now it's actually catching.
See, I wouldn't burn a pride flag. Like, I'm just like, man, leave the gays alone. Like, the gays are the least of our problems.
This wasn't the one that got him banned.
I know, but still.
Well, he's just trying to be out
No,
there.
no,
I
I'm
mean,
saying,
I know
but he
you
did
can-
one. He did one a week before that did the same thing, kind of thing.
Get the
got
fire
banned.
extinguisher. Paige, get the fire extinguisher.
Oh, that's his.
Second time.
Okay.
It's supposed to be an accident or it's a hate crime.
Oh, no, it's not. It's an accident. Ooh.
I'll commit a hate crime on camera.
Oh, it actually
You gotta
caught
keep
fire.
going. Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I held the lighter on
we're
for too long.
fire. Oh, here. You just smoke my crack.
Oh, yeah. Good idea. You gotta be intuitive with it.
Oh, shit. It melted.
Oh.
Well, guys, this has been our show.
I wish Alex would listen to me.
What advice did you give him?
Like,
Not to do this stuff.
Like, back it down.
But he needs to burn a gay pride flag and smoke crack to get views.
Yeah, I mean, the
does
last,
he?
Well, the last one was the
Does
Ukraine
he?
flag last week. So.
Yeah. He burned the Ukraine flag,
Oh, he did?
and that got him that got him his second strike on YouTube. Now,
Well, he said it was for bullying, so,
but hold on now. What? Oh, I'm sure that YouTube probably used their infamous hate speech, encompassing
Clause.
all.
Yeah.
And again, you don't have the same constitutional rights, walking down the street with a megaphone that you do on YouTube. It's their sandbox. You got to play by their rules.
Yeah.
And their rules are, I mean, we did get suspended for having a doctor talk about alternative ways to treat COVID. That, newsflash, we're right. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, look at all the, not just us, but just look at all the people. I wouldn't say necessarily got canceled, but got suspended and screwed with, and a strike, a community standard strike. If you go to our YouTube channel, our back end, it still says community standard strike. Like, we have one.
Mm-hmm.
We have one. And we should have none. Like, we didn't do anything wrong. Dr. Dan, a doctor who treated over, nearly 500 patients for COVID, treated it in a way that the WHO didn't recognize. He treated it with USDA-approved drugs. He didn't treat it through witchcraft or anything like that, something that he had all cooked up in some big pot. They call that a cauldron. What do they call it?
Cauldron?
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Huh?
Pulling that out of my ass.
Yeah, thank you.
He wasn't like some, Dan's witches stew. It was a drug that's been around. One of his little special Dr. Dan Fights COVID concoctions was a drug that's been around since the 50s and won a Nobel Peace Prize for.
Right.
That you can go get anywhere at any time. Well, no, you can't. Because COVID came around, or like, you know what, this particular drug is effective against COVID. Let's lock it down, and let's title or label the doctors that want to use this as quacks.
Right.
You can't use a Z-Pack. You can't use any dioxycycline. You can't use any bam.
Yeah. All the
You
other
can't
words.
use any zinc. You can't use any just like a little and you can't. And you know what you can't do? As a doctor, as a sworn doctor that you've taken a oath to try to help your patient, and maybe even some non-conventional
What is
type
it?
remedies.
Hippocratic oath?
Yes.
Do no harm?
Yeah. See no evil, do no harm. Prescribe
See no
something
evil,
off brand.
Say no evil.
And we're gonna go. We got suspended for a week, not because we burned the Ukrainian flag, not because I deep fat fried the Quran, nothing. Because Dr. Dan had 400 patients and he gave a report on how he treats his patients and how well they do with his Dr. Dan Fight COVID cocktail. Boom. Strike. Now, Rhett, does that strike we got on YouTube from that ever go away?
It just the warning is going to stay there. I believe the one strike that we had against us expired.
Oh, okay. But the warning is always going to be there.
Yes, active community guideline strikes is going to have that yellow warning.
So we have a warning. Are we working on a warning right now? Are we free and clear? What are we?
We're free and clear, but that warning isn't going to go away.
I want it to go away. I don't like looking at it.
It won't. It's not gonna. If this happens again, if we get another community guideline strike, our channel will get an actual strike, and then we won't be able to upload, post, or live stream for a week. So that'll be our official strike.
We have a warning.
Yes.
Now Alex Stein has two strikes, right?
Yes. Yeah. After his second strike, they limit what you're able to do for 90 days.
Man, he's got to be freaked out.
Yeah, it looks like it expires in September.
His strike,
yeah.
So,
but he's still got 2 on his tab, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like it expires and he gets his privileges, his broadcasting YouTube privileges back, but he's still got 2 strikes.
Yeah. So
right?
the next time he would get a strike, they would just delete it.
Bruce Sutter comes in and throws that split finger, and he gets a punch out.
Yep, out.
Judge in Arkansas struck down the state's first in the nation ban on gender-affirming care for minors. The judge called the ban unconstitutional. It would have prohibited doctors from providing hormone treatments, puberty blockers, or surgery to anyone under 18. 18 other states have passed similar measures targeting the LGBTQ.
Now, hold on. I don't quite understand this. Are they for, or is the judge blocking the fact that you cannot do this until you're an adult, or is the judge allowing it?
The first thing you said. I know it's confusing the way they said it, but it's Arkansas, so it's going conservative. So just think in that direction.
So more towards the let's burn a timeout until we're cut off your wiener deal.
Correct.
Is that what that is?
Correct.
Let's burn a timeout until you're 18 in order for you to be able to banana split your wiener
or cut off your tees.
Cut off your tees.
Yeah.
Today, a federal judge in Arkansas.
Or get new tees. You know, like if you're a dude and you want to be a girl, you got to get new tees.
Get knocks.
Before you cut off your tees or get new ones installed, you got to be 18. Federal judge said it. Was this in Arkansas?
Yeah.
Today, a federal judge in Arkansas struck down the state's first in the nation ban on gender-affirming care for minors. The judge called the ban unconstitutional. It would have prohibited doctors from...
Now I'm confused.
No, it's actually strikes down.
Today,
hold on, Anna. See, I think Bubba Clem's...
Because I didn't see it was said ban.
Bubba Clem's 12th grade, barely 12th grade high school education might have sniffed this out before you did.
Because I thought it said the judge struck down gender-affirming care, but it said ban on.
Right.
Yeah, there was a law.
I didn't see that. My bad.
Bubba won on a nothing on the smartness meter
sorry about
today.
that.
Today, a federal judge in Arkansas struck down the state's first in the nation ban on gender-affirming care for minors. The judge called the ban unconstitutional.
See, so the way the way that I see this is they had a ban. They had it the way that I want it.
Right, because gender affirming can be confusing too. Because gender affirming care is the changing.
They had this ban that does not allow you to do that until you're 18, and the judge struck that ban down, saying it's unconstitutional.
Yes. Sorry about that.
So it looks like you can cut off your tees and put on new tees.
Yep.
You can cut off your wiener. And you can also then cut your wiener down the middle and make it a banana split.
Yeah.
In Arkansas, if you're like maybe 15, that's what I think they're saying.
That's up to you.
Yeah, you're right. Which would have prohibited doctors from providing gender affirming.
Don't you wish CBS would say that? Man, you know what? A judge now has overruled the law and is going to allow you to cut off your tees and put on new tees before you're 18. In Arkansas. Now, isn't that, now I know it's not the most smartest sounding words strewn together, but nonetheless, it is understandable. You got to dumb it down. America's dumb.
Yeah, well, with all the double negatives, it gets confusing as to what they mean.
Don't double negative me. Just tell
There's
me.
a ban on the ban on the gender affirming care. You're like,
Listen,
wait, what?
Arkansas's got this rule where you can't cut off your T's until 18, and a judge said that's unconstitutional. Cut your T's off when you want. Right?
Yeah.
Then, Anna, you'd know exactly where it was.
Exactly.
Hey, Anna, did you hear about that ruling in Arkansas?
I sure did, and I know exactly what it means
What's it
because it's
mean?
easy to understand. It means you cut off your T's and your D's.
You can cut your T's and
or
D's.
get some T's and, take away your balls.
Before 18?
Yeah.
For
let
kids?
it eat. Yeah.
Cool. Today, a federal judge in Arkansas struck down the state's first in the nation ban on gender-affirming care for minors.
Cut off your T's.
I think it's great.
The judge called the ban unconstitutional. It would have prohibited doctors from providing hormone treatments, puberty blockers, or surgery to anyone.
Yeah, it would have prohibited, meaning you cannot do that.
Correct, and the judge
And the
filed an
judge
injunction.
said, no, inject the hormones and cut off the T's at 14.
Honestly, I agree with the judge. I
Under
don't even
18.
care.
18 other states have passed.
Trans kids' lives matter. Yes, they do.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
And really, for real.
If this will get you to shut the hell up, then I'm for it.
Trans
Anyone
kids' lives matter. They do. In fact, all kids' lives matter.
No, don't say that.
No.
Them be fighting words.
Nope. Everybody's lives matter.
Oh,
You're
no.
racist.
No, I'm not.
That
Everybody's
racist, bald
life
asshole.
matter. But I'm telling you right now, and I'm only speaking on my behalf,
Yeah.
but what I thought was cool at 14, I thought was stupid
I'm
when I
still
was
thinking
18.
it's cool. Oh, sorry.
When I was 18, I was like, what was I? I was a punk ass kid at 14, pimply face, little no Cheeto finger getting mother effer. Now
Yeah.
look at you, 18, and you're barely getting any Cheeto fingers. Cheeto fingers is cool. Can you guys remember the first time you got Cheetos?
Totally.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was best.
Can you remember the first time you? No, hold on, Anna. You can't
I
get
got
Cheetos.
crunchy Cheeto
But you
fingers.
can you remember the first time you got Cheetoed?
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah. It was the
When-
best ever.
What? Well, you're like a junior in college when you got Cheetos.
That was like 6 months ago.
You got Cheetoed for the first time 6 months ago?
Yeah.
Lummy, when's the first time you got Cheeto fingers?
15.
15?
Yep.
Mine was 10th grade.
Nice.
So mine was like 16. 15. No, mine was like 15.
Nice.
What about you, Rat?
I think it was 13.
What?
It was summer of 7th grade going into 8th grade.
Oh my God.
Mine.
What a little slut.
Yeah, well, you didn't ride the
I
bus.
only get Cheeto fingers
true.
at the gym when I put all the chalk on my fingers so the barbells don't slip. Yeah, I did.
You should have ridden the bus and then realized that all of us are pretty normal.
You know what, Anna? One of the things why you're weird and you developed
Irregularly.
you developed
Abnormally.
very abnormally slow is that you didn't ride the bus and wasn't exposed to the little ecosystem that riding the
I
bus
was protected from the
exposes to
riffraff
you.
of society. No offense.
Did you ever have like a terrible job, like a fast food job when you first started working? Okay, because like that's that real world experience that I think most people have to get.
Yeah, it was 3 days.
Okay. I mean, it's longer than some people, but
Man, I starting at
Did
12.
3 days. I said absolutely not. I'm out of here.
Starting at 12.
Yeah.
This is old school. Starting at 12. When I got out, I think I was in 7th grade, going into the 8th grade. 12. I was 12.
I understand.
It was April.
It was your birthday.
Well, no, but then school got out in May, and at 12, right before school gets out, you go down. You went down to the Warsaw Community Schools Administration Building, and a guy who I ended up being lifelong friends with, and I worked with. He owns Explorer Van. His name's Steve Kessler. And his mom, Doris Kessler, rest in peace, Doris, was the main woman there that would issue what you had to have a child work permit. And so in order to work during the summer, if you were under the age of 16, you had to go get a child's worker permit. And there were some rules on that, like, you could only work 40 hours a week and you couldn't run like heavy machinery and
Right, there are rules.
Yeah, there are some rules. And so I had to, Lummy, I worked 40 hours a week all summer.
Ooh.
My 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. For 7 summers, I worked 40 hours a week at the Warsaw Park Department.
Oof.
Picking up trash, emptying, picking up the beach, weed whacking. Well, hold on. Dick Hammond never had weed whackers. We had this son of a bitch made you had to pull weeds by hand, Lummy, and then sprinkle salt.
What?
Oh, nice.
You like for instance the ball field diamonds, right, Lummy?
Yeah.
You know how easy it would be to stick a weed whacker and just go right down the line?
Yep.
Nope. Not with Dick Hammond. You had to pull the weeds out by hand, like you were in Vietnam, like harvesting rice. Pull the weeds out by hand and then lay salt down underneath the fence line so that the salt would kill the grass and you wouldn't have any more weeds. But he wouldn't even buy weed whackers
because of that.
It took Larry Plummer becoming the assistant park superintendent after dumbass Dick Hammond died in order for them to buy weed whackers.
Well, if you get it at the root, it won't come back, that quick.
Roundup works like a mother.
Sure does.
I love Roundup. I think I've been exposed to Roundup so much, I think I'm probably going to get cancer from it.
Oh, you can get in that lawsuit.
Similar measures targeting the LGBTQ community.
The wheels have just fallen off our world. We're so snowflaked out. Can you imagine telling a 12-year-old now, you got to work 40 hours a week during the summertime, pulling weeds and emptying trash. And the thing about it, Anna, is you had to do, I had to work with men.
Yeah.
I had to, and the things I would learn.
Right.
If you had a good dad, you would have been doing that stuff already.
Yeah, you wouldn't do that. You were 10, 11 years old.
Oh, I was doing that at home. I just wasn't getting paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
I just wasn't getting paid for it. But my dad and my mom was like, you're not going to sit at home all summer like most kids do. Remember, man, a lot of kids got to sit around all summer and just go to the beach and ride around on the bike and hang out.
Nope.
My mom and dad was like, no.
That's what the weekends are for.
Do you think that there's something to a little bit of balance?
What do you mean?
To letting a kid be a kid and not working at 12?
No, more child labor.
I mean, I understand having chores. I should have had more chores as a kid, no doubt. But don't you think that there's some value in just letting a kid kind of be free and
I think
have not a lot of responsibilities? Not a lot, a few, but be a kid,
I think there's a happy medium. I think I could have, maybe my mom and dad could have let me had a couple more summers, like 12 and 13, and then maybe at 14, maybe really start, having to work all summer long.
Or
but
even if you worked 3 days a week.
Oh, they didn't allow that.
I feel like
the Warsaw Park Department either hired you full time
or no time
or not. They weren't like you can come in, Mondays and Wednesdays.
It's kind of a two-way street. If you want to work your kid to death and they're going to resent you for it one day and they're going to hate you, but I also feel like some responsibilities for younger kids are good just because you need to teach your kid some sort of work
hold on,
ethic.
I didn't resent my parents or hate them at all.
You hated them for other reasons.
No, but if they worked you 7 days a week,
it was
like a sweatshop.
It was building character. It was becoming a man.
It creates work ethic.
It does.
Or resentment. So,
but today it creates resentment because that's allowed. Back in the day, your mom and dad told you, man, get over it.
Yeah, I think balance is good because I think, at least in my family, that was exactly the case with my parents. They were worked to the bone at a young age. So then when they had me, they're like, we're going to do the opposite. And then that also had negative consequences as well.
They spoiled you.
Well, I was coddled. I wouldn't say spoiled.
You were absolutely coddled.
Certainly. And now if I had children, I would want kind of like a happy medium between those two. Not complete freedom without responsibility, but also not being worked to the bone as a kid.
Hello. But it built grit. It built intestinal fortitude. At 12 and 13,
right?
I'm working.
I don't think a 12-year-old should have a full-time job. I think that's a bit ridiculous.
Hey, good morning. It's Eric in Green Cove. You guys were talking about missing the school bus experience. When I was in 7th and 8th grade up in Rockford, Illinois, we took city buses to school.
That's disgusting.
And you talk about just a Lord of the Flies situation. Those drivers, they didn't look at us as students. We were just a bunch of idiots that they had picked up. So, they'd empty the bus. We're getting too wild. They'd just kick us all off. it was insane.
Did you get to witness any crimes on the city bus?
I know. I'm glad you're allowed to
No,
tell
no crimes. By the time, on those routes, it was pretty much all students. There'd be 50 of us. I mean,
grow up in a small town?
Lined up in the middle and stand up, and we start pushing from the back and just smash everybody against the front of the bus. And then he'd kick us all off, and we'd have to walk to school. It was great.
Well, this was in the 60s, right? Probably 60s, 70s?
70s.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Before bus drivers were getting stabbed every 2 months.
Yeah, I was going to say city bus drivers.
Oh,
city
no,
buses
yeah,
were a little bit better and cleaner.
No, back then, we...
again, the bus has its own ecosystem. Every bus
without a doubt
has the bullies, has the pussies, has the band people, has the hot cheerleader chicks, has the fat girls, has the nerds that get picked on, and it makes you tougher.
You have to experience.
It makes you tougher.
I would have never guessed Rhett got his Cheeto fingers on the bus in
It
seventh
wasn't
grade.
on the bus.
I think Rhett's,
But, I got to get to work, guys. Not being on the bus is definitely what makes Anna weird. You guys.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
I didn't make Tyler ride the bus, and I wish I would have.
And you think things would have been different if he would have ridden the bus?
No, but I just think riding the bus just makes you a little tougher.
Sure.
It just kind of makes you a little tougher. It makes you learn how to deal with bullying and surviving and being crafty and maybe sneaky and resourceful. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Do not resent my dad or parents at all for making me work. He owned 620 acres when I was a kid. He sold it all off as subdivisions, but he made us every week when we got off school go out there and mow for at least an hour, so he didn't have to pay nobody. But on the weekend, he'd give us $40 to go do whatever we want. But after school, every day after homework, we had to mow.
That was
on tractors.
That's a hell of a dad. That really is, and it's a resourceful dad, and he probably saved $1,600 a month on having to hire a crew to keep it mowed down. How many brothers did you have?
I had one older brother, 3 older sisters, and the sisters all mowed. And by the time we were 13, we knew how to drove a 750 Ford front end loader.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we were sinners. It was. None of it. I did stuff as a kid that other kids still wouldn't do today and couldn't get a job. Like if I got fired from the great job I have now, I could go run construction crews easily.
I think I could too. I think if I couldn't make a living at what we're doing here, I think I would probably retire. I think me and the Merch Crick would probably move to Ocala, and I would try to run my track full time, and have more races and things like that. I think that's what I would do, and some of that involves, as you can see the screen right in front of me, it involves running a bunch of heavy equipment.
And well, the other thing is my dad wanted me to race at 14. My mom wouldn't let him because my grades were bad, so he didn't buy us cars. But then when I turned 18, I got arrested. My dad said it's time. He's getting in trouble. My dad bought me a car at 18, my first race car. I've won 10 championships since then. I'm 35, and I didn't race every year. And then it kept me out of trouble. I have not been in a lick of trouble since that day, since I got that race car. It takes up all your time. It keeps you out of trouble.
This track meet?
You know what I mean? Yes, it's track meet.
All right, track meet. Good talking to you.
Y'all have a great day.
Speaking of racetracks, the Merch Crick put together a little Bella video. Bella's my 74% pit bull that I rescued that was going to be killed
with that great Bubba Army harness.
Yeah, and her favorite place. And by the way, this is on our YouTube channel. I don't know when it's going to get released, but soon. It's called A Day in the Life of Bubba's Dog Bella at Bubba Raceway Park. Now, this is a great shot here. It shows me on the grader, and then Bella is in turn 1 on the bleachers. But her favorite place in the entire track to hang out, Lummy, is our next door neighbors, which have this stockyard.
Oh, I bet.
And they got these hog dogs. These dogs that, now these are tough dogs. Now, Bella's pretty tough, and she's a pretty good little hunter. But these are dogs that live in just these teeny tiny little concrete kennels. Even like when it gets down to 29 at night, like they just leave them outside because they're trying to make them mean and tough. They go out and bay up pigs and hogs, wild hogs.
Hunt the hogs?
Yeah, they're hunting dogs, and hunting dogs are like so.
Mario Vegas 25 on the Venmo.
Thank you, buddy. So Bella loves to go over there and like talk to them. And
Talk to him that she's furry and Roman.
Yeah, I think she's like saying, "Hey, look at you guys. over there in concrete land, you know, in 9x, you're in a 9x3, you know, dog kennel, and I'm sitting here in the back of my truck looking good, and Bella's got this whole nother octave of barking and language when she talks to these dogs.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm gonna play that next when we come back. I do have one phone call. Hello.
Hey, Bubba, it's Andy from Pittsburgh.
Hi, Andy from Pittsburgh.
Hey, I was just commenting about the thing about you were talking about making your kids go to work. Like when I was a kid, like until I was like able to get a work permit when I was 16, when I started driving, I could go to work. My dad worked me every summer. I go on the truck with him every summer because he had a contract where he was delivering electronics and major appliances. So I helped him unload the truck every day.
Your dad's smart.
Kids, and of course, greasing the truck and all that.
Lummy's dad did. Lummy's dad had him selling out tomatoes, and I mean, Lummy's
Moving
dad.
companies.
Yeah, I mean, I learned how to unload refrigerators and washers and dryers when I was like 12 and 13, taking them off the back of a trailer.
Yeah.
And you know.
And you know what? And you know what? It didn't hurt you a lick, and it gave you grit and internal fortitude, my friend.
That's right. And I learned how to use a grease gun and polish wheels and all that stuff.
All right, let's stop ganging up on poor Anna. She already feels bad for herself for being coddled.
So bad.
She's still coddled to an extent.
I am? Well, yeah,
they
I
all
think by
go
who?
out. Same thing. I made them work. I made them do stuff around the house and chores and that when they were younger, and then they all went out and got jobs on their own, and you know they're doing good for themselves. They're keeping themselves afloat, and that's how it should be.
Appreciate your call, Appreciate your call, Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Town of grit right there, Lummy. Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it is.
Ugh.
He's Bubba the Love Sponge of serious psychotherapy. Bubba the Love Sponge.
That's what I have to say about that. Ugh.
Can't cover tacos. Hello, Bubba Show. Hello, Bubba Show. Yes, thank you.
Oh, dear.
What do you think 202 are? Sounds like it. People in chat are asking, have you ever been to Pittsburgh?
No. I'm sure that's their argument. Oh, you've never been, you don't know what it's like.
I think that is kind of what they're getting at.
Yeah, I know.
I see
Never
that.
been, never gonna go, no thanks. Hard pass. I'm sure it's got all the great amenities of a big fucking city.
How's a nice baseball stadium?
Oh.
I know you care a lot about that.
Right. That's how I decide if I'm gonna go next to. They have a
Where's the
good
nice stadium?
baseball.
Well, listen, you know who else has a really, really nice stadium?
What?
Probably one of the best stadiums in the country.
Detroit?
No.
Stadium? Petco Park.
Yeah. It's still Petco. Probably is. Yeah.
I heard someone died there recently.
Stabby?
No, like fell off the
Nice.
top floor of the stadium
Got a little too
to their
drunk.
death. Something like that. Nope, never been to Pittsburgh. Pretty much good. I know it's an international vacation destination. So.
Is it?
Let's see what the. I'm sure it dwarfs San Diego, Sydney, Australia, and Tampa Bay, Florida. I'm sure it just completely dwarfs it in terms of just the aesthetic wonder of the world. Yeah, there's a reason. Listen, there's an argument to be made that Pittsburgh isn't as bad as I think it is, but there's not an argument to be made that it's like a really cool place to be.
I believe Bubba did a Bubba Palooza in Pittsburgh.
I'm sure he did. And that's great, and I have nothing against the people who, you know.
Sure did, 2009.
The slaves and the people who never made it out. People who have to live there and are forced to think that it's the best place to be. I don't even really know where Pittsburgh. I know it's in Pennsylvania, but where would it be on a map? Oh dang! At the junction of 3 rivers. Oh, it's real close. Not real close, but it's not far from Ohio. Ew.
He sure is, isn't he? Sir, look a lot.
Ew. Wow. Washington.
Pittsburgh is the home of Mr. Rogers.
Am I supposed to care?
I think she does. He's just Bubba fan.
I've never even been to DC before. Have you been to DC?
No.
You haven't?
Someplace I'd like to go.
Yeah, I'd like to see. Oh my god. Is that thunder, Bubba?
Yes, ma'am.
That's scary.
G Las Vegas Mario?
Yep, 25 on the Venmo.
Thank you.
Will you do a milkshake review? Great.
You're trying to try that purple fucking Jake, aren't you?
Oh, the Grimace one? No, actually. I was going to have him go somewhere else. To a place that's LGBT friendly. Perfect. Apparently it's a Tampa.
Hello, Bubba Show. Oh, yeah? Just hold on.
I'm out in the car listening to Bubba the Love Sponge.
Oh.
Love you guys.
Gotta be Bubba. Wondering who he's gonna yell at next.
Yeah.
People from all facets of life can relate to this show, and that's why I like it.
I love it. I can't get enough.
Bubba the Love Sponge. Exactly.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Their mom and dad divorced fairly early, and they had a certain amount of time they spent with their mom, Arlene, and a certain amount of time they spent with their dad, Joe.
Arlene, 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 Arlene. How did you raise Stephen, Jay, and Dan? Arlene, 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 Arlene. You're hotter than Joe's other ex, Joanne. Jay's a lawyer, big shot. Steven just gets laid a lot. Dan is really freaking hot and mean. You call each one your favorite kid. They all knew it was a rib, except for Jay, he blew his lid. Arlene.
Take these three little bastards. I get tired of them. I can't take it.
You are so smart, you did the math and cut your water bill in half when you made them share a bath, Arlene.
The poor kids, they don't get to do nothing. They're all cooped up, beating the hell out of each other.
When they acted like buffoons, you wouldn't send them to their room, just hit them with a wooden spoon. Arlene.
Driving you insane?
Arlene, 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 Arlene. How did you raise Stephen, Jay, and Dan? Arlene, 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 Arlene. You're hotter than Joe's other ex, Joanne. Your retired life is full of thrills. You got your sons to pay your bills. You can count all your own pills, Arlene.
At the time, it seemed completely normal.
Your creepy friend said they looked strong. He wanted to see their dongs, so he bought them matching thongs, Arlene.
Hey, Danny, you look muscular this year.
Arlene, 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 Arlene. How did you raise Stephen, Jay, and Dan? Arlene, 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 Arlene. You're hotter than Joe's other ex, Joanne.
So we would get literally like matching Speedos, and we go and try on all these Speedos.
Would he see your wiener?
Yeah.
and so, anyway, back.
Try on this pair. Try on this pair. Try on this pair.
I got a lot of things going on right now, so if I'm not so attentive during the 6 minutes and 20 seconds that I have, a little bit of life to return texts and get some business done. And I think if you're at your regular job, you have opportunities to communicate with the outside world. Why shouldn't mine be any different?
That's why a lot of people pick up smoking.
What do you mean?
Oh,
you get a lot more breaks on smoking.
I'd never hire a smoker.
I
thought Red smoked.
I remember when you had Cigarette John, I thought you wanted to kill him every day.
Oh, yeah, I did.
13 cigarettes a day.
Hold on. Oh, look at that. That's her giving me a little kiss. And my
So
little,
damn cute.
look at her chest, some Big Papa.
She loves her daddy.
She does love her daddy. Took her to the gym today. All right, so this now, Lummy, this is her. This is Bella, my 74% pit bull. That now right on the other side of this fence, she's in Erica's dually, the Merch Cricks dually, in the back seat, hanging out the window, full white trash.
Mm.
And then and there's this kennel that's right by the fence, and it's got like 13 or 14 dogs in 14 different kennels.
Oh, so you're giving a little ride by?
And so she likes to go and talk to them. And Lummy, you've heard her bark many a time.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is a whole nother octave. Like, this is a whole different language. Like, this might be dog talk here, for all I know. Let's listen. She almost sounds like a monkey, does she not?
Yeah, she does.
Bella speaks a special language to her farmer friends.
It's kind of like she's laughing at him.
Yeah, and look at them. They're all. These are the conditions they have to live in.
Oh yeah.
I actually feel sorry for those dogs.
I mean, Bella kind of lived in those conditions for a little bit.
Yeah, she did. She got the life of luxury now, man.
Yep.
I don't know if she's funning them or I don't know. There's dog talking.
Scout can hear it. Now she's freaking out.
Oh, really? For real?
She perked her head up, started looking around. Yeah.
Oh, and then we went on, Lummy, and at the end of the day, she
nice.
She caught a chicken.
Oh,
God.
She was showing those dogs how to hunt.
Yeah. Hello.
Good morning.
Hey.
Hey, I'm a Pittsburgh native and an Anna mark. In fact, when you listen to the replay of the show, just listen to Anna's comments, and it's a whole different show. But she would love Pittsburgh if she
Sometimes the biggest jobs come when you.
So sorry, I didn't mean to have that on. So you're saying if she would she would give Pittsburgh a chance, she'd love Pittsburgh.
Negative things about the place I'd never been before.
Pittsburgh. Large Jewish community, lots of things to do cheap, pretty city.
Okay.
Able to get around 2.5 hour direct nonstop flight from Tampa.
All
Lots
right.
of positives.
Big steel mills.
You got beaches like in Tampa.
Big steel mills.
Great weather during the wintertime.
Rugged men
No,
like
the weather's horrible.
Rugged men
Weather's horrible. Yeah, I'm out, buddy. Thanks, though.
Rugged men
But
like
if you
you.
hit the nice weather, though, it's unbelievable.
Right. The
All
proximity to Ohio, it's just not good for me.
Yeah, he just
Thank you, though. I appreciate it.
only 2 states away from Michigan. Your favorite.
No.
See you later. Sorry, Pittsburgh. I like Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, great
To
town.
live?
No, I mean I like Pittsburgh's grit. Hello.
Hey, good morning, Bubba.
Hey, buddy.
It's Lummy's Plumber.
Hey, Lummy's plumber. Speaking of which, Lummy, I gotta get a hold of my plumber, Jason. I'm having some issues.
Uh-oh.
Some plumbing issues.
I know you weren't talking about Stein anymore, but did you see the post he made yesterday of the 2 different McDonald's? One is in Ukraine and one is in California. It was like a comparison between the 2 of them.
I saw that.
Was it funny?
It wasn't funny. It just seems
just
like
kind of
sad.
strange.
It was interesting.
Yeah, it was strange.
Sad.
Maybe I'll get to it. Okay, buddy.
All right, thanks.
It was how bad LA is.
Lummy, continuing my what do I do at the track? That's what. Look at this, Lummy. Little bobcat moving some mud. Look at this.
Meep, meep.
See, I got a wet spot down there. I'm trying to dry out.
Are you listening to anything while you're doing that?
No, I don't ever have any. No,
nothing, huh?
My phone's in my pocket.
That's probably smart in case someone's like, "You're gonna run over me."
My phone's in my pocket, and I'm working. This is my therapy. I'm working. So then I see Bella, and I want to teach her how to be afraid of the bobcat so that she doesn't ever run out in front of it.
Yeah.
So what do I do as a responsible dog owner? I chase her with it.
Oh, perfect.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
I mean, ask the dog whisperer. So I think I go dump my load. Oh, yeah, there I am.
Dump your load.
Oh, I'm dumping. No, see here. What do I do, Lummy?
Get after her. Yep.
Gotta toughen her up. Take off a leg. Come here, dog. You are so white trash.
I am. Lummy.
Oh my God.
Hey, Lummy, did you see that? Did you see that?
The turn, yeah.
Did you see that backwards roll turn?
Yeah.
Watch the skills on this, Anna.
Oh my God, I'm so
look at that,
impressed.
look at that.
Look at that. You fishtailing. That's a fun game to play with your animal.
Probably not. PETA approved, but it's very effective on teaching her how to be.
What
Anna,
is it
I'm
teaching her
I'm teaching
exactly?
her to be afraid of this machinery, because if they're not afraid, they'll run right out.
They'll run right into it.
Oh, it's a good Sunbelt rental too, huh?
Oh yeah, of course, Sunbelt. Nothing but
I'm
Sunbelt.
just shooting this dog so it knows to be afraid of guns.
She got him that time.
Now I'll go chase him over here, Lummy. Got a little bit of a rookie bounce. Hold on. This is what I do.
That looks awesome.
Now I'm going to corner her, make her run back over here. By the way, I was making a complete mess out of my infield, Lummy. Now I got her bait up.
Oh, yeah.
Now she's kind of scared, Lummy.
Yeah.
Of the skid steer.
She won't run out front.
Then now she's exhausted and she's laying on the stage.
Are you on the track right now?
I don't know what I'm doing.
She's a beautiful dog.
I just see the tractor in the background.
She is a beautiful dog. She has
doubt.
been and she's got Lummy. She's like a bodybuilder. Bitch has got striations. I mean, she might be has more striations
constantly running away from you
than Macho Man.
I'm sorry.
That's over her seeing her friends again. I think this is her on the track. I mean, she's living a good life, man. A lot of dogs are just cooped up all day. She's out on a dirt track running.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you see 10 of them when you're up there, living in a little coop. Uh-oh.
Oh, this is where she goes out and maybe chases a chicken.
Oh, no.
She starts that dog talking again. Oh, it doesn't really probably help that I'm telling her to get those chickens. Her dad.
Well, she has the squeaky toy chicken, right? That's what you were talking about.
Well, she does have her squeaky, but these are real chickens.
Yeah.
All right, so anyway, let me. Now, hold on. Now, Lummy, she sees chickens on our side of the property. So now she gets real territorial. She's like, oh, hell no. I couldn't get the chickens on the other people's property, but you can't be on my dad's property.
Nope.
Watch this. Lummy, she completely goes out the back, jumps off Superman's off the tailgate, gets the one rooster, and then Merch Crick edited out the little one that didn't make it.
Oh, you mean the one that you released back to its mother?
Yes, exactly. The one that looked like it was a little scared.
Yeah.
And we released back to its mother. Exactly.
Oh my God, there's chickens over there.
Let me see. Let me work. So we go over here, and then this is where she jumps. Okay, so the chickens are over here on my side of the property, and she sees them, and she's mad as hell. Look, she's mad as hell. Let me. She's a natural hunter. Like, she's a hunter. Have you seen how she goes after the goats?
Yes, I do.
Does that make you sad, or do you think that maybe might toughen them up a little bit?
It toughens them up. Gets her exercise.
She wants that chicken.
She's sad though for them.
I do feel sad for them.
I do too.
Because they're really scared. We have raised some pussy ass goats. They're not very tough at all.
No, they're probably right now in their shelter because of all the rain.
But they're so scared of her.
Yep. Pussies.
She is traumatized, baby.
Oh yeah, baby's not the same.
No, baby is completely subservient to her. Like, baby will just go and lay against the fence and just like take it.
Take me.
This is where she I didn't know that I had the back slider deal open when Lummy, and so I didn't know that because she can't jump out. I get the windows rolled up like 3/4, so she can't get a good jump out. But I didn't know that I had the rear slider on, and she jumps out of the rear slider. Superman's off the tailgate, off the tonneau cover.
That's the best.
Gets one of the roosters to fly over the fence, and then
does her own chicken sandwich review.
And does her. Give yourself a pop for that.
Right.
Yeah. And I have to tell Erica, she's out. Go get her. I can't get her.
She's like, that chicken's on my side of the dirt.
Now watch.
Oh my God, Erica.
Oh my God! Oh my God, Bella!
Erica.
Bella!
So let me. She went on this tonneau, jumped off, and she's already giving that rooster the good news. Now watch the rooster. He has to fly over the fence. See him fly over the fence. And then she put the gimmick in there, because she did do a chicken sandwich review. Probably something we shouldn't discuss any further.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. The real target of the vast right-wing conspiracy.
What the hell?
What the hell? What the? Bubba the Love Sponge.
I've heard the word surreal, and that's all there is for it.
Good questions, everyone. It is like the Weed Whacker Rummy game. Oh. Disabled account. Nice. Morning again, Gene. The dog is fastest.
Shannon Burke said you're making everybody that owns a dog freak the fuck out right now.
Perfect. They should go watch the YouTube video. Oh. This fucking thunder here is crazy. Cut. Oh no, with gray nipples. What's that for? Eat all those little puffs. What we gotta do? Keep it working. Send them caviar, and then we can draw them up. Make it look a lot better than it is. I see dark red tea all the time with Alex's thing. Nice, you don't know Jake. You got YouTube to JST6. Nice, Kenny Garner. Let's see, 50%. Got my phone for you, Caviar. I don't see him. Brooks is having the same problem with his dogs. It's at the Dream Theater. Iggy. What's up, Iggy? There's subscribers over there too. Oh yeah, Donald was up yesterday. Good 8-9 incher. No, Steve, you come here, man. It's raining as fuck. Went to Clearwater for the beach. The wrong day. Yes, you can, Jake. Have you done Chisholm? Steve, you come here, man. It's probably gonna be like that way all week.
Alright, sorry. You can go to the next break. I should be good for this. Holy shit. All the screams.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, don't you know?
Don't you know?
Don't you know?
I love everything about the show.
Every day for 4 hours, man. It just makes time fly by.
Gotta be Bubba.
This is awesome. I love it.
And I spent about 2 hours in my car when it's supposed to be a 20-minute break.
Yeah.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Today's after show, YouTube, Facebook. Also, Bubba Army Radio, the app, tune in, all the great places. But visually, Facebook, YouTube. Those things, that world could be changing a little bit as we're transitioning. Yes. Everybody's transitioning, and it's cool. Why not us, huh?
Exactly.
PayPal, Venmo, Cash App if you want to help. Or just go to our YouTube channel at The Bubba Army and watch our videos. By the way, Shannon Burke texted me and said, stop playing your stupid-ass dog video because it's driving I have to turn your show off because my dogs are now fully riled up. Fully riled. Stop, please. So, sorry, Shannon. Don't forget redlineoil.com. Redlineoil.com. Whether you're buying some synthetic racing oil or just power, like oil for your side-by-side or just regular conventional oil for Gus. Doesn't matter whether it's a 520 or a 1040 or a 1540 or a straight 40 weight racing oil. They got it. And you can get 10% off by going to redlineoil.com and just typing in the word Bubba. B-U-B-B-A. Get 10% off. Boom, right there. Been partners with me for well over 10 years. Them and K&N and just Valco and so many great racing partners. I'm dealing Allen's Plumbing now, and of course, Skag Lummy.
Oh, of course.
Sunbelt. But anyway, redlineoil.com. Get 10% off. They got all from greases to engine assembly lube to just whatever you need. They got it. To one of my favorites, water wetter. Make your water wetter, huh? It's stuff that you put in your radiator.
Oh.
To make your system cool better. I actually think Gus has some water wetter.
I hope he does.
No, I know that he does. Last time we did a service on your car,
you put water wetter.
I put a quart of water, a pint or so, whatever they come in, pints I think of water wetter in Gus. Gus has your little Camry has water wetter.
God bless you.
Redlineoil.com. Use Bubba as your promo code. Now, Lummy, I think you being the Kevin Blinn on the Cash App, Lummy, thank you very much for missing that. I think that you've been in a lot of fishing tournaments, have you not?
Yeah, my fair share, yeah.
And how mad would you be if you caught a $3.5 million marlin?
That sucks.
A $3.5 million marlin. Now, usually with fishing tournaments, I never knew, like, if a shark took a little bite out of the marlin as you're reeling it in, like that would be a big deal because you're not adding weight to, if anything.
You're deducting weight.
If anything, the shark might have taken out 20 or 30 pounds of meat.
Exactly.
Well, does that mean it's not the heaviest?
Correct.
Then they
That's
lose?
when you think about taking your gun out and shooting that shark.
But usually, that's all fishing tournaments are, length and weight.
Yes.
But pretty much weight.
Okay.
And that's what all fishing tournaments are. And so, let me, I know when Fabrizi won King of the Beach Kingfish tournament and it paid $75,000.
Yeah, Midair Beach.
I don't know if a tarpon or somebody had taken a hunk out of him and he still had the heaviest kingfish, if they would have taken the money away. I don't think they would have. I
don't think so.
And so these poor dudes, they win. They're in a marlin fishing deal in North Carolina.
Yeah, Morehead City.
And it was like $2.7 million for the largest tarpon. I'm sorry, for the largest marlin, and then like another $500,000 for being the first one over 500 pounds for the year.
Yeah.
Now think about this: $3.5 million to an average guy that's got a fishing team. That's a life changer.
Oh yeah.
I mean, right? That's an absolute life changer. Now, I know they have rules and stuff, but maybe they ought to rethink these rules. These are the stupidest rules I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm going to play the article for you now.
In today's handoff to Joe, a fishing victory foiled by a shark bite.
Watch as a team reels in what they thought was the winning catch. A lot of force to hoist that guy up. The crew of Sensation erupted in cheers on Sunday as they hoisted that blue marlin, tipping the scales at a little over 619 pounds. This was all part of a tournament that was in Morehead City, North Carolina. Well, hours later, that joy turned into disappointment when tournament officials found a chunk out of the side of the fish, and they determined it was bitten by a shark. What that
Who cares?
Here's the thing. It's still the heaviest by like almost 200 pounds, but it can't be mutilated, I saw.
Yeah.
event was more than $3 million in prize money was now off the table. $2.7 million for first place, an additional $700,000 for the first
I was wrong. 700.
catch of the year.
I said 5.
Over 500 pounds.
Under the rules of the International Game Fish Association of Fish.
Absolutely ridiculous.
That sucks.
Mutilation to the fish prior to landing or boating the catch caused by sharks, other fish, mammals, or propellers that remove or penetrate the flesh.
Fish will be disqualified due to, quote, mutilation to the fish prior to landing or boating the catch caused by sharks or other fish, mammals, or propellers that remove or penetrate the flesh. That's a lot of words. As in, top prize went to the crew of...
Can I ask you a question about it?
No.
BS.
Yes, go ahead.
Is that because it makes the fish like easier to catch if it's mutilated or if it's like already dead in the water or something?
Listen, I'm not a fisherman, but I know a little bit about fishing. Lummy is a fisherman and knows a lot about fishing.
Yeah.
And to me, it doesn't make one bit of difference. You've hooked them already. You're reeling them in, and it's not uncommon for sharks. Like if you're fishing for tarpon or kingfish or anything, and especially marlin that are really big.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a big ass shark. That's a fish that can't fight back. And it's like, it's literally like a already caught appetizer for you, is it not, Lummy?
Yeah.
And it does not.
What if it was bit before it was caught?
Which it could have been.
Would that make it easier to catch? And is that why that's a
it's a fish that big.
There's technicalities that they will argue that yes, it hurt the fish because I think the shark bite was by the tail, so they said it was easier to reel up.
I see. That's what I thought.
I know that's
now hold on. If you're talking about, your average fishing tournament, the largest one I've known around here locally is the King of the Beach, and that's $75,000 for the largest kingfish. But do they have?
Is that the one Kevin does?
Yeah, he does that one. But let me is that one of the bigger fishing tournaments around here?
Yeah.
But it's I've never heard of a $2.5 million or $3 million. Have you?
Yeah, a lot of those ones are on the East Coast because that's where you get like the blue marlin.
So if this is the average,
up north.
Warsaw, Indiana, biggest bass, $300, $500, $800, deal. Okay. And even the $75,000 local ones that we have around here, but this is $3.5 million. This changes somebody's life. And it's not even it's not cheating at all. They've not cheated at all. Now, I've heard that people have gone out, Lummy, like the one way to cheat is I've heard that people will go out a couple days before and just fish. Usually, here's the way they do fishing tournaments. They have all the boaters meet at this one marina at 6 in.the morning. And they say, okay, everybody has to be back by 5 o'clock, right, Lummy?
Yeah.
And you can go from Madeira Beach down to Fort DeSoto up to Tarpon.
Yeah, you have your barriers.
They have like a territory. You can't go any further. Don't let us catch you north of Tarpon, and don't let us catch you south of Fort DeSoto. So you got all that water to go fishing in. Catch your best fish and bring it in here. And we'll have the weighing in ceremonies at 6 o'clock, right? Something like that.
Yeah. You got to be back at a certain time so everything's ready to go.
Right. Well, the way that some people have gamed the system, Anna, is this is usually on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Is they'll go out like on, Wednesday or Thursday and fish, and they'll catch a big one.
Oh, yeah.
And then they'll keep it alive. They'll literally keep it alive. They'll literally like tow it behind their boat to keep water going through the gills to keep it alive. And then they'll bring it in on Saturday. Now, Lummy,
How do they not get caught?
I mean, how you do is here you catch the fish.
Isn't it like flip-flop around?
No,
you keep it down. You keep it low.
You and the boys catch the fish.
Yeah.
And then you send it to your son or something that's got just a little 25-foot, little flats boat, right, Lummy?
Yeah, and
he's literally, for 2 days just trolling the waters. Because the way to keep that fish alive, like you cannot put that fish in a live well to keep it alive.
No.
It has to be.
They're not big enough anyhow, but yeah.
Yeah, but you have to be. That fish has to have water going through its gills to stay alive, right?
Yeah, and being able to move around and swim.
Right. So they'll keep it hooked, and they'll just keep it out swimming around, and then they'll go out. You're talking about probably 60 miles of coastline. So you just go out like. During the fishing tournament when it starts, you just say, "Hey, meet me at these 2 coordinates."
Yeah.
And your little buddy with his little boat, right, Lummy?
Yeah.
He just meets you out there at these coordinates and gives you the fish.
They don't got drones around making sure everything follows rules.
Hell no.
I looked up the boundaries now. It's from Cedar Key to Boca Grande.
Yeah. So, Lummy, that's even more. That's 200 miles of, that's 100.
That's a lot of, and 30 miles west of Johns Pass.
And here's the deal, Anna. You'll be out there fishing and you can't see another person. So if you could see another person, you just tell your buddy, hey, meet me, 10 more miles down south.
Jeez.
And then they give you, he takes the fish off the back of his boat, keeping it alive, and he throws it on your boat. It's still alive.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually have some type of machine that can tell you when it died. Don't they, Lummy?
Huh.
Yeah, they have a couple new little things that it can see, like when you pulled the fish on the boat, like when it started breathing,
like when it stopped breathing,
when it got out of the water, pretty much.
Right. Well, it's never. For 2 days it was in the back of your buddy's boat, trolling around live, and so it was still alive. It didn't die until like noon that day of the fishing tournament. Then you go into the fishing tournament with this big ass, 64-pound kingfish. And you win 75 grand.
Yep.
Now, that's how you cheat. Now, how you not cheat is you go out and catch a 618-pound marlin. Jaws decided to take a little chunk of it. That's not cheating at all.
Sushi, which reeled in a 484-pound blue marlin.
They got to be specific with those rules, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Guess?
What a bummer.
How about the poor
What a
marlin?
bummer.
He survives a shark attack only to be disqualified.
That's a rough,
He should
rough
make
week or something.
Extra
I don't
money
know.
for that. I don't get that rule.
That's the dumbest rule I've ever heard in my life.
No,
That's like somebody cutting your lottery ticket, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Ripping it out of your hands.
Yes,
I don't get it, but okay, we don't make the rules, but I guess you got to play by them.
You know what television people are, because they're not used to having to be spontaneously conversationalist. Like they don't have to just everything's teleprompter, Willie. So anytime that TV people go off the script
They really struggle.
and do like cross talking on a particular, they're horrible. They're absolutely horrible.
I don't get that rule. I really don't.
That's like somebody cutting your lottery ticket, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Ripping it out of your hands.
I don't get it, but okay.
Man, I got to tell you, she's pretty big for being like, this is Channel 2 Chicago. This is the CBS affiliate in Chicago, which, by the way, I used to work for. And they would never put a hog like her on.
She's not a hog.
Yeah,
She's just an Amazonian kind of woman.
She looks
She's
like
tall.
a woman that needs to be baking cookies for the family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Getting ready for the kids to go to bed.
Cankles.
Look at those kanks.
She doesn't have cankles.
She's got kanks.
Stop.
That bitch got kanks.
It is
Cankled out.
She needs to be cooking and providing for her family.
She does. She needs to be getting the kids ready for
She's
bed.
just well fed.
And you know what she needs to be doing? She needs to be getting the kids ready for bed. Have me some cookies baked, and come into
She's
my
cute.
put the kids down, make sure give them each a Benadryl, make sure they really got a good, and then and then come in here and give me a sexual massage.
Come on, sexual massage
with a happy ending. Then turn the shower on for me so I can rinse off all the remnants.
Well, the top G about to get mine.
Is that kind of just like a Midwestern right there? Corn fed?
Yeah, it's corn. That's called IBD. Illinois butt disease.
What the hell?
Yeah.
I don't get it, but
back when I was, when I worked at Channel 2 in Chicago, see B96, the radio station that I worked at, it was owned by CBS. Well, they had WBBM AM, WBBM FM, which was my station, B96, and then Channel 2 Chicago, all in the same building. And that's when Bill Curtis, are you familiar with with Bill Curtis?
No.
He's a very legend. If you search Bill Curtis, and I can just play
the news anchor?
And he does narration and stuff. Anna will know who I'm talking about.
Okay.
And so he was legendary.
When I see it.
So Anna, I'd get these groupie bitches in, and I was on 6 to 10. So there, he had they had the Chicago local Channel 2 CBS affiliate news at 6 and 11, and he was the lead anchor, Bill Curtis, the man. Like he was the absolute
mother.
He was the OG of Chicago television. So I get these, little groupie chicks in here.
If you don't have,
and then as soon as my show was
$5,000 in your,
as soon as my show was over, I would say, "Hey, you want to go down to the television set?" Because I had I was an employee there, and sometimes Bill Curtis, he would hear some of the girls I had on the show, and he would kind of stick his head in and then tell me like, "Shh," and just kind of watch what I had going on. Well, we had like a little gentleman's agreement where then he let me then occasionally if I was trying to show off, not that he was trying to show off, he was just trying to see some hot chicks, 60-year-old hot chick Willie. Well, then I would, if I had these little groupie bitches in, Bubba Tate, I would take them down, and nothing's cooler to watch like live TV, like a live newscast, like to be behind the cameraman and to watch it. And not only watch it, but watch it with, arguably the biggest television, the largest, most iconic Chicago television personality ever. So I'd be like, "Hey,
oh my God, do you know him?
Do you want to go? Yeah. You want to go down and watch? You want to watch the 11 o'clock?
We can do that.
Yeah, of course.
That'd be like super cool. I love Bill Curtis.
But already scheduled.
Oh my God!
Here is a case that has run its course with the police department. Our first one stopped at 2 or second.
This is. Can you
That's
give
him?
me?
I was just trying to get
Can you get me like Bill Curtis
Full
from
on
Channel?
wrinkly
This guy
than
sounds
I
like he's
thought.
ready to get philosophical.
Can you get me? Can you get me
Well,
Bill Curtis circa when he was doing
this
Channel?
Sucks. Can I get out of here?
Well, because he looks like he does a lot of A&E now, so.
I know.
When is lunch?
But show me. Listen, bitch. You want to go to the New Kids on the Block concert?
Yeah.
All right, you're going to go across the street. You're going to give me oral, and we're going to watch Bill Curtis here, okay?
Super.
Otherwise, get the hell out of here. I got 14 other
That's
chicks.
cool. I want to see Mark do his thing.
Marky Mark
wasn't in New Kids on the Block. You want to see Jordan Knight.
What?
Marky unfolding at about
Mark
11
Wahlberg?
a.m. this morning.
Just about that time, 2 minutes to 11 to be precise about it, Mayor Washington was sitting at his desk in City Hall. He suffered a heart attack. Taken.
Jesus, let me.
Well, that was his number one.
One of Chicago's most modern hospitals.
All right, whatever. My Bill Curtis thing fell flat on its face.
But was Mark Wahlberg in New Kids on the Block?
No. Now, Danny Wahlberg was in New Kids on the Block.
Mark was working on Good Vibrations.
Yeah.
Huh.
I got a picture with him when he came to Tampa. I got a picture with Mark. Have you seen my Mark Wahlberg picture?
I don't think so.
I don't think any of us have.
I'll bring it tomorrow.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Mark Wahlberg was vocals in the band.
No, he was not. Joey McIntyre was the lead vocalist for New Kids on the Block.
Marky Mark had his own group.
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch is what it was called. Marky Mark and the Fun.
Come on.
Yeah. New Kids on the Block's lead singer was Joey McIntyre. They had John and Jonathan Knight.
Well, technically,
Jordan and
What
Jonathan.
was that? What was that?
What's
Technically,
that? What,
what?
Lummy?
Huh?
I don't want to give her credit, but technically, she is right.
No.
Kiss
Mark Wahlberg was briefly part of the band New Kids on the Block. He's one of the group's original members, along with his older brother, Sean.
Donnie.
I knew it was the bros.
He quit after a few months.
That's fine.
Okay, hold on.
Still counts.
No. She does not.
She didn't know it,
She
but-
didn't know
Put some
that.
respect on my name.
No, I'm not putting respect on nothing, bitch. About to get mines. You did not know what you were talking about.
It said vocals when I looked it up.
When you said good vibrations, you were.
I didn't say good vibrations. Rhett did.
Got the good
I just got. I did get a text from a very, very, very good friend of mine. He said Anna's being extra annoying today.
Was it Shannon Burke?
Hey.
She's really pissing my dog off, Bubba.
So anyway, I used to take chicks down to watch the Channel 2 News. Lummy wasn't able to find any iconic Bill Curtis stuff. He found me something that
was horrible
a couple weeks ago. It looks like Bill's about on his last leg.
He's from Florida.
Is he from Florida?
Pensacola, Florida.
I wonder if he lives down here nowadays. I know for the longest time I know that he has a lot to do with A&E and voiceovers and like all this kind of stuff, but I knew I had him on the air. Lummy, I've actually had him on the air when he was promoting his new grass-fed Angus beef ranch.
Oh.
I bet you hold on, I got a phone call. Nobody's got my new number.
Uh-oh.
This could be bad.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, doesn't sound like Bjorn.
This is Bjorn.
You don't sound like him.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm on a bad connection.
Yeah, I may have dialed the wrong number. I called 92832.
Yeah.
Let me know. Yeah, that's it. This is Bjorn.
You don't sound like Bjorn.
Well, is this Jerry?
No.
Who's?
This is Don.
Oh, Don. What's going on?
My wife went to the hospital.
Oh, is she going to be okay?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's the first thing you need to figure out. She's going to be okay. She's going to be okay. What?
Yeah.
What happened?
Are you the Bjorn that lives on Brooker Road?
Yeah, just down. Yeah, I am. So, what did she go to the hospital for? Is she going to be okay? Is she going to be okay? What'd she go for?
Yeah. She turned out she was critically low on sodium.
Yeah. That'll dehydrate you, man. That's not good.
Tell her to have some pretzels.
Yeah.
Salted pretzels.
What do you need me to do? You need me to come pick you up?
Get some snacks.
No. But how come your voice sounds so different?
I don't know. I'm on this new phone. I just got it a couple days ago, and and I'm sick. I don't feel good either.
Yeah.
Got COVID.
What's your wife's name?
Janice?
Nope. Wrong person.
Oh, what do you want to be, my friend?
Oh, jeez. Right now, I got too many phone calls to make.
Well,
but seriously, I was calling my neighbor
to try to tell him about your wife, so that you could, but hey, listen, I am a complete stranger. I was just joshing you, but more importantly, I hope your wife gets better, buddy. I just lost my dad. And it's a really, really tragic thing, and so I'm glad that it's just low on salt deal. So I hope your wife's okay, buddy. Hey, you know what? Can I be honest with you?
Be honest with me.
Okay. Have you ever heard of a guy named Bubba the Love Sponge, the radio guy?
Yes, I have. Yes.
That's me.
That's you.
Yeah. and this is my new cell phone number, and you got it now, and that's in full disclosure, I'm Bubba the Love Sponge. See, I'm not near the asshole everybody thinks I am. I'm a pretty nice guy, aren't I?
That sounds like it so far.
I mean, what have you heard about me? Like what have you heard bad things about me?
Wife is hospital.
I've heard you on the radio.
Yeah. I'm still on the radio. I'm on AM 820 now. AM 820 in the mornings.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, listen. Is there anything I could do for you to help you out during this tough time?
Snacks with salt.
Nope. Doing good. The wife is doing much better than she was last night. She was pretty critical, but this morning she's doing quite well. Got a little ways to go yet. She'll be in ICU for another night.
Ooh.
All right, but the doctors have assured you that she's okay. She's gonna be okay long term.
Yes, I was in to see her like 6 o'clock this morning.
Right. Because let's just be honest, man. Life sucks without your wife because she does a lot of good stuff for you.
Absolutely.
Us men, we bitch about our wives a lot, but could we really live without them? I mean, they wash the clothes, they give us the
oral.
Yeah.
The oral.
Not at our age.
Oh, okay.
We are old. We are really old.
Being a little bit, I'm not really that old. I'm 57, but when as a younger man asking an older, wiser man, when does that all stop? I mean, I'm just kind of, I don't have my dad to ask him. When does all that stop? When does all the fun stop?
Okay. Well, am I on the radio?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I was just asking, like, when does the fun stop?
It's all going to depend on your DNA and your attitude.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So, like, if we stay in a good mood and we like each other and things are good, then it might go a little bit longer. But if we start not liking each other and resenting each other, then it goes south quick.
Right. And in my case, it was around 75.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I mean, I got 18 years left of some fun times.
Right, and if you take better care of yourself than I have, you may even go longer.
Really. Now, where have you not taken care of yourself? Did you smoke? Did you drink?
No smoking, no drinking. Worked hard, but I got fat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, if you know anything about Bubba the Love Sponge, I got the fat gene too.
Well.
Yeah. Well, actually, I didn't have the fat. I didn't get fat until after I was over 65.
Now, see, that's a little odd because a lot of times as people get older, they kind of get a little gaunt and stuff like that. So maybe was it because of inactivity? Maybe.
Yeah. Had some medical problems and was laid up for twice for about a year at a time, and then that's when it starts catching up to you.
Yeah, you start getting, laid up where you can't get around, and then it just, you're not exercising, and then that's when it. But I mean, man, you had a hell of a run till 75. It sounds like, though.
Oh yeah, I can still outwork most teenagers.
Well, let's just be honest. Most teenagers are really lazy pieces of crap. Let's be honest.
Okay, you said it, and I agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the generation, I'm a generation below you, but I still was working at 12, mowing lawns and doing hard work. You couldn't get any of these kids to do any of that stuff nowadays, and I can only imagine how hard you worked when you were a kid. Your dad probably had you out plowing behind, the horses and stuff.
Not quite that. But you started late. I started doing yards when the mower handle was in my face.
Yeah, like about 8 or 9.
8, 9, 10.
Your dad told you, hey, get your ass out there and start mowing that lawn, period.
Well, that was my assignment.
Well, listen, nice to know you. What's your first name? Just your first name. Don. Well, I'm Bubba, Don, and I have your number, and you got mine, so I hope I met a friend today. I hope we can stay in touch. And Don,
I got a lot of phone calls and people to let know how my wife is doing, so I need to go.
Okay, but more importantly, I'm wishing your wife the very best, Don, and maybe in a couple days I'll just text you to check on your wife, okay?
Okay, you can do that.
Thank you, Don. Again, my name's Bubba the Love Sponge, radio guy, and I'm thinking about you and your wife right now.
All right, and God bless America.
Yes, God bless America. Go Donald Trump.
Rah.
Yep. You got that right. All right.
Bye now.
Thank you so much.
See you later. See, I could tell he was MAGA. So then, Anna, if I actually would have came out MAGA, he probably even would have been cooler.
Can I?
Oh, by the way, that is a shoot. I don't know. It's Snook Slayer. Like, that is a shoot. You can't. No radio guy could emulate the spontaneousness of that phone call.
Spontaneity.
I mean, would you not agree on it? Like, you can't set. Hey, listen, call me. old guy, call me up. We'll act like it's a different number. No, that's just how talented and how
You're a legend.
and I mean, I got 70.
And Bubba?
I mean, he's not even 75. He's probably 80 something.
Oh, I found another article that I will have to. You get a point, Mark.
I'm tired of that bitch over there trying to one up me.
So he was technically never part of New Kids on the Block. He was in the band before they changed the name to New Kids on the Block.
Yep.
He quit, and then they changed the name to New Kids on the Block.
When they're like the 5 homies from Boston.
Well, when they were old kids on the block, yeah, Marky Mark was in there.
No. Anna.
Sorry.
He
The
quit
new
at
kids,
13.
the new kids on the block, because he's younger than Donnie. The new kids on the block were Joey McIntyre, Jordan and Jonathan Knight, Danny. I know this kid looked like a monkey. Danny Wood, and Donnie Wahlberg.
Okay.
And they were actually good friends of mine. I got a story from 1988. And Lummy, I think I've told this story before.
Yes.
It was when I was in Grand Rapids. And it was before the Please Don't Go Girl single hit. And nobody knew who New Kids on the Block were. And they came to Grand Rapids at WGRD.
Ugh.
And they were going to be at this teen club. And they couldn't even sell out like a 600-person teen club because nobody knew who they were. And because Please Don't Go Girl hadn't hit. That was their big smash. I mean, they literally went from, being in a rental van driving across Michigan to being on, private jets in 2 weeks. And so for the time that I had, I had them in studio, and then they were going to do an in-store at a remember when we used to have record stores? They did an in-store at a record store, and nobody showed up. I was supposed to be there with them on Saturday. It was like Saturday noon to 2, and nobody. And we even promoted them. New Kids on the Block this Saturday with Bubba, noon to 2 at Tower Records or whatever the hell it was. Nobody showed up. Nobody. So I sat there with the New Kids on the Block, and we were just like being boys, just hanging out a little bit. Then after they exploded, Lummy, they remembered me.
Nice.
And like I was in Chicago at the time at B96, and when they would come to the Rosemont Horizon, they would leave me like all access, like just,
Didn't that kind of similar happen here in Tampa?
Didn't
you were at 93.3?
He big timed me?
No. When I think a boy band came and tried to get you to play their CD.
Oh.
Was it Backstreet Boys or something?
Yeah. Oh. Why'd you have to bring that up?
No, was it a bad one? I couldn't remember the story.
It's a bad story.
Oh. Well, never mind that.
Of course you bring it up.
Way to go.
I mean, people...
Backstreet Boys shows up at this. I'm the Power Pig.
Okay.
I'm the man, I got hot chicks giving me oral. No panties Thursday, lesbian Tuesdays, redneck Mondays.
Nice.
Fat Philly Fridays. I can't tell you what Wednesdays were. We'll get in trouble.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, 970 FLA, the AM station, was closer to the front door, and they would call down to the FM studios, and I was the only one allowed to have guests. Nobody could have guests in their studio except me. And I would have as many as I wanted, preferably women, over 18.
Of course.
And then I would find out the hottest one and the sluttiest one, and she would take me to my boss's office and give me, a little 10-minute oral, almost every night.
God bless them.
So all of a sudden, 970 FLA calls down and says, "Hey, there's 5 guys at the door. They're calling themselves the Backstreet Boys, and they're listening to Bubba's show right now, and they want to get their song on Bubba's show. They got a new song." I go, whatever. So I sent Guido down there, and Guido went down there and told them to hold on. And Guido comes back and said, they look like some stupid boy band, and they got this song they want us to play. And I go, tell them to scram. I don't want to play their stupid music. Has it charted yet? They're like, no, it's brand new. It's like, it comes out like in 2 weeks. I'm like, tell them we'll play it in 2 weeks. And I could have been like their boys.
Mm-hmm.
I could have been, Nick Carter's guy.
Yeah, well.
I was the one that fired Lou Pearlman for Hogan. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah.
Who was apparently first cousins with Art Garfunkel, I learned recently.
Yeah, well. Lou Pearlman's dad.
Yeah.
I know.
He was a real shyster.
That's what I heard.
Bet you Art won't claim him. Nobody will. I heard he molested a bunch of kids. That's what he went to prison for, wasn't it?
Was it the boys? Because I know he's doing all the boy band stuff.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that what? Hold on, let me.
No, it's
Hey Alexa, what did Lou Pearlman go to prison for?
From SunSentinel.com. Specifically, Pearlman pleaded guilty to tax evasion in his 1986 federal tax returns.
All right, that's better than
conspiracy,
molesting boys.
money laundering, and making
One that lives
false
in
statements.
glass houses shouldn't throw stones.
It takes a lot of energy to be this stupid. Bubba the Love Sponge.
Holy shit.
Oh, look, Sean. This one warning. Watches.
Wake me up before you go. Holy shit.
Just a little excited.
This was sweet.
Today is actually National Dachshund Day because it is the longest day of the year.
Oh, because you're a little wiener. Happy
So-
summer solstice, Bubba.
So I have been told.
You're such a good girl. You're such a good girl. You want to go back to Daddy? Such a good girl. Yeah, she's so cute. She's the cutest. Back again. Oh shit. Oh, did that get pulled out? Back again. Booba's back. Tell a friend. Booba's back. Do you want to do the Grimace meal at McDonald's? You should do a little food review. Booby.
What is it?
It's a meal with a purple shake. It's called the Grimace meal.
No fucking way.
Okay. That works too. It could be a hell no. We won't go. I understand. Hello, friend. And he's back. I'm glad you made a new friend, Don.
I think that's about it. I couldn't. I couldn't. I think that's about the best way I could handle that.
I think so too.
To be nice.
So, Jimmy, what? Oh, Miss Drew Bravo. Hello, Bubba Show. Hello. Okay, hold on, please. Thank you. It's true. Is that what he did? Is that right? Oh, that's true. There we go.
Live from Tampa, Florida, home of the big, fat, greasy bitch, it's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. And now, here's your host, Bubba the Love Sponge.
813-90 Bubba. If you'd like to, I don't know why I gave that out. I don't like talking to people necessarily. Only hacks need callers. All I need's a old guy that's misdialed my number and his wife's in ICU. That's all I need, my friend.
God bless America.
God bless America, MAGA. Well, he lit up when I said that, didn't he?
He sure did.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think he wanted to stay on the phone at that point.
I think he did. He's like, hey!
Hey!
I should say, I know Roger Stone.
Whoa!
Oh, he probably would have been eating out of my hand.
Like, I don't need to call anyone about my wife. Let's just talk.
Hold on. All the people need to know about my wife. What do you know about Roger? How is he a guy?
You mentioned Tucker, too.
Oh, yeah. And I got Tucker's number. Did Tucker put out a new episode last night?
Yes, he did.
Oh, okay. I'll have to retweet it. What's he getting, like 35, 40 million views on his new episode? I think I was watching Megyn Kelly. And she said Jimmy Kimmel was talking some smack about Tucker, and she said
that's a while ago.
Yeah,
I remember we watched it.
Well, I don't know if it was a while ago or not, but she was like, what's it take to produce the Jimmy Kimmel show? 10, 15, $20 million, a year, if not more. Yeah, Tucker episode 5,
10 million.
10.6 million already.
Oof.
I need to retweet it, right?
Yes.
I just hit retweet. Supporting my man, right?
Yeah, and if you, I was going to ask you, do you want me to do it? Because I watch him every time it comes out. You want me to just retweet it and put that supporting my man, Tucker? Because, White Rooney releases it, probably when we'll get the most views.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you could, please.
Yeah, no problem.
And then include him too, right?
Yeah, of course.
Because, he used to follow me, but he doesn't anymore.
Fox probably made him unfollow you.
Yeah. So I remember I was watching this Megyn Kelly thing. She's like, so Tucker had like 114 or 135 million views when he first fired up his Twitter, and he's averaging about anywhere between 19 and 40 million views per episode. He's on episode 5 now. And she was like, Jimmy Kimmel usually averaged about 1.5 million total viewers on a show.
Yeah, Tucker said Tucker would be embarrassed to pull those numbers.
On Fox, he would be embarrassed to pull it on Fox, let alone the 40 million that he pulls,
on Twitter.
Hello, and producing it with what? Maybe a one camera,
tripod.
One guy.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
What's up, Bubba? It's Florida Stanley.
Hey, Florida Stanley. How many nonethelesses today? You son of a bitch.
I was nodding off a little bit this morning, so I lost count. Anyway,
I think only 3, maybe 4.
I have 3, 4.
I have 0.
Before I ask you my question, I just want to let Rhett know that the 2 presents that I'm bringing for Bubba and Dan on Friday are completely and 100% camera friendly.
Yeah, I'm not going to get a county from. I'm not going to get a call from Lee County Sheriff's Department asking me to send pictures of the.
No.
Don't downplay it like that didn't happen and that wasn't a little scary for me.
It did happen. I get it. Anyway, it's all over now. It's all over. It's done with.
I mean, don't gift a firearm to a guy when it comes attached with a phone call from the local cop agency.
When I gave it to you, I didn't think that was going to happen. So
I still love you, buddy, and you're good, and you're a great kid, and you're going to be here on Friday, right?
Yep.
Nonetheless.
So I know Dan's
that one doesn't count because I got the guy that's a dick about nonetheless on the phone, so that one was a push, you dumbass.
But he gives us $1 for it.
No, he doesn't. He's over that.
Oh.
So what do you want, Stanley? You're bringing.
You're bringing you guys to finish talking.
You're bringing gifts. You're bringing gifts that are that won't get us thrown off of whatever Twitch.
No, I have a medical question. I know Dan's not there, but I'm 95% sure that you'll be able to help me out with this because you have firsthand experience with it.
Kidney stones.
I'm 35 years old, and I had my T levels checked yesterday, and they were so low they weren't even on the scale.
Your T levels should be between 700 and 900.
Yeah, I know that, and they're around 250.
Well, you're a bitch. You're a bitch, and you need to start taking testosterone replacement under a doctor's care. You can literally get it.
I thought normal was like 300 to like 1100.
I tend to be on the aggressive side, Anna.
I had my first shot yesterday in the office. They're giving me a shot every week.
Probably one cc.
No, 2.
2. Oh, you're really low. Yeah.
Yeah. Should I be taking? Is there like anything else I should be taking on the side to?
Not yet, but eventually, yes. Okay. Not yet, but eventually, yes. You're gonna have to. You probably after your first, after about 12 to 16 weeks, you want to get another test. Make sure your estrogen levels haven't risen to levels that might.
Well, they're gonna do blood work on me every 6 weeks.
There you go. Well, they'll be able to. They'll monitor. What might be. Sometimes testosterone will, taking replacement testosterone will elevate other things. So they'll be on top of it.
Yeah, they're gonna monitor all that, and they said that they'll supply me estrogen blockers and everything. I was more talking like on your 54 morning pill regimen. Is there anything else I should be taking?
I'd be taking a milk thistle. I'd be taking
what does that do?
A turmeric or whatever the hell. A tunic.
What does milk thistle do?
Help the kidneys.
Oh.
Okay.
I'd be taking. Probably
fish oil.
I'd be taking a fish oil and a multivitamin. That's probably all I'd take.
Okay.
And maybe 3 baby aspirins a week because testosterone will thicken your blood a little bit. So not every day. Not the aspirin regimen usually is daily as you get older, but you could take an 81 milligram Bayer baby aspirin every. And by the way, I'm not a doctor, so none of this knowledge. You can't.
I know.
But I do a baby aspirin, some milk thistle, maybe some saw palmetto, a multivitamin, and
vitamin D,
and some D, and some zinc, and definitely some zinc. Yeah.
Okay. Got that?
Got it.
All right. I'll see you guys Friday.
Thanks, Stanley.
Bye.
No guns, please. At least illegal ones. Hello.
Can we talk to Dawn again?
Who's that?
Your new friend.
Oh.
Dawn.
Hello? You're on the air. Hello?
Are you?
Well, you're not. I guess they're not.
Bye.
Deuces.
Deuces.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
Oh, come on! Come on, you stupid ass piece of
Bubba the Love Sponge lives because a dirty mind is a terrible thing to waste. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
May I?
Huh?
Thank you, Aaron.
You said you were good for the rest of the show.
I know, I lied. It's back.
Let her go, Lummy. It gives us some time without her.
Bubba, Scout said Penny got her new toy.
Yeah, but...
She read the directions, had to order some lube. She said she'll call it on Friday.
She's what?
She's going to call it on Friday after she tried it.
With the lube.
Her lube, I guess she ordered it from Amazon, the lube. Boom. And go. Did airplane really? I don't know. Right, Megan DUI. Perfect. Wait, another whiz, okay, no, what happened? No. I'm sorry, Karen. No, I sent you. Kevin Glenn. Nothing's under 86. Well, there's just a follow on me, just a fan. Palm around. Too bad. Another one. Guy. Brown face.
Fuck, Lummy, you know what? Lummy, guess what time I woke up this morning? 11:37.
I was gonna say 2, but wow. 11:37.
Yeah.
Is your 246 not working?
I don't know what's wrong with me, Lummy.
Oh no.
I'm depressed.
Oh no.
I'm having
You
mental.
want me to give you a hug?
I got my mentals fucked. My mentals are all fucked up.
Oh. You gonna have Macho come in and do a full body pose down?
What?
You want me to give you a hug or have Macho
No,
come in and do a full body pose down?
I want to be left alone.
Macho, stay out.
I want to be completely left alone.
Yeah, Macho wants to be left alone.
I want you to work hard and try to fix her. Pull the nose up on her. Or we're gonna have to.
We're working on it.
This might be the last.
Last hurrah. It's just Bubba fan 250.
At the end of the year might be the last. I mean, we might close up shop.
December 3rd.
Barp's gonna be the last hurrah.
Yeah. Barb might be the.
Trying to work it out. Very much.
Are you guys doing a sports show day long?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to 7-Eleven and grab some Dayquil.
Sports fell.
So down. Oh, it's in the brain.
Rain?
Stream the Markout Fest. Team Joe and Gary.
Bubba, what are you doing for summer solstice?
Going to bed. I didn't sleep good last night. I'm having problems with my mentals.
You're not sleeping?
I'm having problems with my mentals.
When he was 6.
I woke up at 11:37.
Holy shit, for real?
I've been up since 11:37.
Okay.
I'm not doing too good.
Doesn't sound like it.
Yeah. This is right. It just on the fan. Good morning, Ice. Yo, 82. 1, 2.
I'm not doing good on my mentals.
He's not doing good on his mentals nor his chickens.
Let's get down to business.
If you were locked away in an insane asylum,
Maybe it's time you let me get on with my job.
this is what it would sound like.
I don't think that Americans would find that funny.
No, it is not a joke.
Now return to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Tough day for me today. I got a lot going on. I got a lot going on that
I didn't realize your sleep was so out of whack.
that most people don't know about.
Will you tell me?
No, it's a secret. I got huge secrets, huge amounts of drama, huge amounts of sadness.
Do you need support?
No.
Emotional support?
I need
a shoulder to cry on?
No. I need to be left alone.
Okay.
In my own little headspace and figure it out myself.
Okay.
But I woke up today. I went to bed at 6:30 and woke up at 11:39 and was at the gym at 1:45. That's why I crushed it today. Because I didn't have anything else to do.
What did you do? You're up at 11:30. You're at the gym at 1:40.
1:30.
1:30. And then you get back and what do you do?
I came right here. Took a shower at the gym.
Jeez.
Took Bella with me. And then came
TT
here.
on the floor?
No, she didn't. She doesn't TT on the floor anymore. She's house trained.
Okay.
Unlike probably all the TTN that's going on in engineering.
That dog can't produce that much pee.
No,
I saw a turd. Oh, Bubba, too. We got a duck back.
What?
The duck's back.
Yeah, there's another duck out there with
What?
some babies.
Another nest?
Old girl ran and told her buddy.
She got knocked up again?
Different duck.
Different duck.
How many TTs have we had in engineering? A few, probably a few.
0.
No TTs?
No TTs. I take her out pretty much every break.
If it doesn't go on the floor. It goes in his arm. He's holding the dog the whole time.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. It's in his lap.
He's got to absorb it. Right arm gimmick. No, I'm really going through a tough time.
I'm sorry, B-Ran.
I really am. Just business.
It's multiple things.
Personal. Personal, business, some other stuff, IRS, business.
But you're losing weight, looking good.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm doing good.
Good.
So, did I mention business?
Yeah.
Business.
Finances.
Oh, we're transitioning. We're transitioning.
We're joining the rest of the people.
Yeah. If we were to leave now, man, this would be completely responsible. It would give the affiliates 100% to run a complete stop set and be clear by the top of the hour, which is what we're supposed to do.
On it.
We'll be back at 10:30, Facebook, YouTube, and wherever else, right, Lummy?
Yes, of
For
course.
an after show. And I don't know how long that's going to be. I almost feel like asking you and Anna to do one.
Whatever you need, Beer Bear.
Without me.
We're
But
here for you.
I'll stick around.
Okay.
We'll figure out something.
Yep.
You guys have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for letting me finish.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge.
Co-host and show historian, Lummox.
Co-host, Anna Hummel.
Co-host, Dr. Dan Diaco, Esquire, of Council. Co-host, J. Diaco, Esquire, the Spitting Cobra, of Council.
Rhett, the Filthy Ginger, video editor.
Yeah, back here wiring up. It's Mini Macho.
The BRN agent, Thomas Buttoned Up B.
And for everything else, go to thebubbaarmy.com.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I'll repeat hello. I'm back.